Oh, I'm not live. Oh, that would help. Right. Can you see me now? Oh, you will in about 10 seconds.
I was waiting for the delay.
Well, that's good. I can start all over again then, can't I? Oh, God. Oh, at least it's me pressing a button on YouTube for once and not something else, but there we are.
Yeah,
It was in preview mode, it was working, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. It's weird. Anyway,
no,
hello.
oh, there you are. I can
Hi,
hear.
everybody. Yeah, finally you get something.
Can
But
you?
yeah, so yeah, and up comes the message saying you are live on YouTube. Yeah, I wish I'd freaking noticed that 2 minutes ago. Typical. Right, anyway,
I am here,
you,
Barry. I am here.
yeah, that's why you're here. You're here to cover all the mess ups and gaps. Hopefully, we're a bit better. Hello, Lynn. Yes, I knew somebody was there along with us, but obviously because I hadn't pressed the live button on YouTube, it wasn't working. So I've just spent the past 15 minutes waiting for the countdown and everything else, and of course, no bugger saw it. But there we are. Um, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, I didn't know if you were talking to your fans or me. Yeah, it was good. I spent it with my friend Jazz, and I spent it with Jamie.
Yes,
So that was
Mr. Seamus. Yeah.
obviously. That story. I'm currently planning a move. That's,
My goodness,
uh,
that was quick.
no, not that though. And that's good for me.
I meant work
Blah, blah, blah.
move.
So yeah, obviously, my only family is out in California. My brother, my sister-in-law, and my two nieces. So couldn't see them, obviously. So spent it with Jamie and Jazz. Went round to hers. Had a lovely wee Christmas dinner. Had some alcohol. Watched them up at Christmas Carol, and then came home.
And you've been on your lonesome more or less the past 10 days apart from that?
Well, I had company on New Year's Eve up until today. But yeah, I'm on one now.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'm making an escape in 2 weeks, so that's all fine.
So so you're saying you're planning on moving? Is this a Cardiff move? Have you got something at last?
Not work-wise yet, but there's something on the horizon.
Good.
I can't discuss.
No.
But a friend of mine saw my Facebook post from yesterday or the day before, and she's like, "I have a flat in Cambran." I was like, "You do?" She was like, "Yeah, it's sitting empty." It is. And she was like, "Yeah." So we're sorting that all out now.
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. I'm really pleased that you're finally getting somewhere.
Bye.
Well, put it this way, I'll speak to you once a month, all being our friendship still being in one piece at that point.
You know.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, on a regular basis. Well, put it this
And
way, I don't think I'll be going anywhere in the UK, never mind outside South Lanarkshire, until probably April, the way it's going.
well, you know, that especially if someone's going to want to come and visit Scotland, which means I'm going to come visit Scotland. Plus, we've got EctoCon at some point.
No, I realise obviously you got to go out and about, but I mean just normal jaunty things, not for essential reasons. If you're moving, it's essential because of circumstances, so it qualifies. I'm just meaning like a nice jaunt down to Wales, which takes 12 hours driving, as it usually does.
This is true, but by the time you come down, that'll be over.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I've got 10 days off in February, but I'm not going anywhere in February. I think it's going to be a lot of preparation and preparing stuff for the channel.
My prediction is end of September before we're back to normal.
I would say that's probably about right, but I think we'll have very similar circumstances to what we had for those 3 months in the summer by about April.
I think we'll be very hokey-cokey. I think we'll be in lockdown, out of lockdown, in a lockdown, out of lockdown. Well, they're going to have to get the military involved at one point because people have stopped caring.
Yes, well, after Christmas, it kind of, New Year's resolution. Yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore. Sounds about right.
I don't blame them in the slightest.
I don't blame them either, but obviously I've got to be very careful because I have an asthmatic father and he's got a pre-existing condition, and obviously I don't want the backup from that. I don't want the thing backing up on that, you know.
Of
So I've
course.
got to be careful. Sorry,
I found out very recently that I'm exempt to some of the rules.
Are you? Well,
Yeah,
you do work in the industry, so you are a little bit exempt, I suppose.
because I'm living on my own.
Oh, that's right. You can create a bubble, can't you?
I can form bubbles, and if somebody lived in, say, I don't know, England, and was also living on their own, they can come and be with me for a while, and vice versa.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's nice to have that comfort. But this is the first time you've been on your own for a while.
Yeah. Not good at being my own Barry.
Yeah. Just obviously you can let me know either way, but it's not going to affect Kidstructors, is it? What's happened with your personal situation? I
No,
can still
not at
release
all.
them as planned. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a chat. We'll chat in between this
Mhm.
about what I need to do.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it should be fine.
Yeah, because I've pre-prepared everything for this month. This is the last thing I have to do for January. After
Yeah.
that, I'm done. I just need to upload everything, and that's it. I effectively could take a sabbatical if I wanted to.
In
I'm not going
theory,
to.
my two worlds won't crash into one another, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
No, that's fine. I just don't. It's just obviously, it's more for the people involved in the recordings. I'm more
Oh,
concerned
you
about
know,
than
no,
anything else.
no,
Yeah.
I don't imagine that'll be a. I don't imagine it'll be a problem. We'll chat after. We'll chat
Yeah.
after.
No, we'll do that later. I wasn't wanting to go too deep into it,
No, me
but
neither. This isn't a public therapy session, so.
I don't know. Half of the streams kids. Too many structures in my head at the moment. This stream structures become a public therapy session for me every month the way it's going. But yes, hello Lynn. Yes, I see you. Well, I saw your comment anyway. You've not really said much since. You're probably just listening intently, going, "Phrases a bit choppy." Your signal's not the strongest, and I don't know if that's whether that's laptop related or whether it's just mobile signal related as much as anything else.
I am on 2 bars.
Yeah.
However, I've had a bit of broadband issue recently.
Yeah, that possibly might be it. You're a little choppy at times, but I'll blame my technology before I blame
No,
yours.
I think it could be mine because I'm only on 2 bars on my Wi-Fi thing on my phone, not 3.
Uh-huh.
So I fully suspect it's me.
It's all right. You can walk about the house a bit if you're on the phone, but that's all right.
I
Li-
plugged my phone. My phone is plugged in because it's dead from a long phone call.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
quite right too.
I'm
Quite right
plugged in.
too. That's
Plugged
something else we'll talk about off camera as well.
in.
Because my emoji conversation way of doing emojis is starting to bite me in the bum, and I'm sorry about that. That was not the intention last night, but there we are.
No.
Right. So Lynn's come back saying, yeah, being a single household is how I've survived some of this, as it means I could see a sister and a boyfriend. So,
Yeah.
yeah. See
Yeah,
Anne's
it's
sister and her boyfriend. See my sister? Or a sister? I don't know how many sisters you've got, Lynn. It's just the way it's been typed. Um, I think she's only got one, hasn't she? I can't remember. Speaking of sisters, mine came over for Christmas Day.
hey.
And we ended up is that her other half was working. He works for the force the civil forces. Let's put it that way. He's a policeman. Um, so he was working, but she wasn't. So she decided to come over, and we spent the day together.
Nice.
Uh, it was meant to be my lol, she says. Yeah, so it was my sister. Yeah, okay. That's fine. You could have had multiple sisters. I don't know, Lynn. So yeah, she came over. We had Christmas dinner, my sister and with us. We played dominoes and cards, which my dad was very happy about. So I think he's been wanting to do that with us for a long time. And my sister's never really. She wasn't really interested when she was a teenager, but she's kind of like, yeah, I'll go for it. And she was going to get into it by the end. So it looks like we've got our regular Christmas thing now, which is good.
Nice. I
Um,
ended up playing Doctor Who Race to the TARDIS.
uh-huh.
And that was quite fun. Very sim. The rules are very complicated, but the gameplay was very simple.
Mhm.
So we ended up playing that twice, which was quite nice.
Although I didn't really watch telly on Christmas Day as such. It was more.
I've not been watching telly full stop.
Mind you, we did put Die Hard on at the end of the night, so it was properly Christmas because Hans Gruber fell from the Nakatomi Plaza before midnight, so it's fine. It was about 2 minutes before he fell, but we saw it, so it's fine. It's Christmas.
we watched them up at Christmas Carol on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of Christmas things. I watched a couple of Christmassy Doctor Who's.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was all good. But I have not felt Christmassy in the slightest.
Well, I've not felt 100% Christmassy myself for most of it. I have tried to keep up appearances a little bit, but until I actually finished work on Christmas Eve at 1 o'clock, Christmas wasn't in my head. So
I think force it though, it's more of an issue.
No, well, it was just the case of, well, I don't have to worry about anything else for 10 days. I'm just going to go and just enjoy tomorrow and take it from there. And I've been very productive. Not New Year's resolution of any sort, but it just makes it a bit easier when it comes to planning things in advance. And there's other things I want to ask you, and might actually be the only way of doing it now in regards to other features and things to record for the future as well, which we'll get to in a later conversation. Now I have the time to do it. Lynn, what did you do over Christmas? I know you're there. Were you with your sister and boyfriends, or did you go elsewhere? I know your family is pretty limited there. Sorry.
Lynn's reply. Do you want to check up the schedule?
Oh yes, the running order. My God, your guiding light as always. There we are. So yeah, we've got 3 today, and your Fraser's going to be happy because the middle one he's been looking forward to, I think. There's a reason for it, because 6 Facts is returning as a proper series this year. I've already recorded and edited the first one on Agatha Christie, which you'll see at the end of the month.
Nice.
And then there's 5 more that are coming up. One of them will be based on, fingers crossed, a living person turning 100.
No pressure to that person.
No pressure to that person at all, I know. But
you never know if they cross to the other side, it's your fault.
Yeah, no, I'll blame myself if that's the case. Yeah, absolutely.
Better film it quick.
It's not more filming, it's more prepared. You know how the 6 Facts work. So yeah, we've got.
We're out tomorrow.
No, it's scheduled for the middle of the year. I won't say which month because I'll just tempt fate. But there we are. But I think that maybe not of interest to you, the person, but I thought I'd try something different. So I thought I'd try the thing with the 6 Facts the past couple of years is you've had anniversaries. I'd be doing it based on anniversaries, and I thought that would be good to have a series. Let's find 6 people or 6 things that have had anniversaries this year. So you've got Agatha Christie. It's 100 years since the UK publication of her first novel, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, which is the first Poirot book.
Yep.
You've then got 50 years since decimalisation of the UK currency, the UK pound sterling. If anybody's known my channel for a long time, you knew that was coming. Had to be a follow-up somewhere. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. Hello, and welcome to the Streamstructor. I know this is the first time you've been here. So, yeah, no, we get newbies all the time. I'm wondering where Robert is now. Arthur might be working, to be fair. He hasn't replied back from the comment yesterday, but so yeah, we've got with 6 Facts, we've got that. I've then got a couple of others I can't remember off the top of my head. Typical. We've got the one of the living person, and it finishes with Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, nice.
Who would have been 100 this year?
Is that who it is?
Yeah, the Star Trek creator. He would have been 100 this year.
Oh.
So he's not the living person. I can guarantee that now. He's not been with us for 30 years, so.
Oh, is that what he wants us to think?
Oh, absolutely. He's probably in a transporter buffer somewhere, about to be beamed back in for his 100th birthday. You never know.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we've got 6 Facts coming up this year, and there will be they're not going to be Sunday video. They're not going to be Sunday videos. No, mostly they're going to be midweeks. So I'm trying to up the number of videos on a monthly basis, and that's one of the ways of doing it. We've got the vlog. Now the vlog this week is this month is my Calder Glen trip. Now it was the most popular video of the vlogs for a couple of years. Even after it was only eclipsed by the Krakow video in 2016. So it had a 5-year run, and it's the longest video I did up to that point as well. So
Nice.
yeah, nice toilet break and food break and everything else for everybody else who's still joining us if you're not interested 100%. And then we got Doctor Who review, which is Vengeance and Varos, which I did about 2 years ago now. Sister and a boyfriend, so it was different Christmases. We're usually at my uncle's, but could not do that this year. But it was quite fun, as they got me voice control Monopoly, and we learned that it doesn't understand me or anyone else unless they speak pure Scottish or English.
As you do.
I know, it's every time somebody says, "Oh, the computer system doesn't understand me," what do I think of? Burniston.
Yep.
The lift
Hello?
scene.
Hello.
11!
Why can't I see your comments on this? Where did it go?
YouTube has come up saying there's a bit of a video issue at the moment, so maybe a bit stuttery in a minute as well. Your comments should be there. They should be still available. I've not.
I've got that, don't worry.
Yeah. Well, Lynn's chatting away, so they must be available somewhere. Just trying to find them on your phone.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Hello,
So-
Andrew.
Yes. Hello, Andrew. He's popping in and out here. But Andrew liked the idea of Kidstructor. He actually did his own one on his channel, Wizardora, which I haven't done yet. So yeah.
Well, by the rules of YouTube bloggers, it means you can't do it now. So.
When does that ever stop me? Let's be fair.
Heading out.
Mind you, I do have a new cartoon, but I do have a new boing for swearing after this month, thanks to you and
Okay.
Jamie. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I'm curious.
yeah, it was the Jamie and the Magic Torch video, and I cursed like anything at the end, and both of you at the same time in unison said boing. And the way I've set it up, you're on the left ear, Jamie's on the right ear, so it's in stereo as well. So that becomes the new point. And of course, that video as well, Fraser, being the cruel little sod he was trying to give away the next video in the series.
I
ended up buoying that. I ended up buoying that. Well,
I do not know. I don't know what you're talking about.
well, you say you can't remember what we did in the Kidstructors until they come up half the time, so that's probably fair. That's probably fair.
I think the next one will be after Jamie's Magic Torch. I think it will be Button Moon.
Oh, I'm not saying. I have managed to get all the videos off from the DVD, so I
including
need
the
to
next
return that.
episode, which is Button Moon. Good to know. Good,
Yeah.
good.
I've got them all, so if you do want it back at any time soon, I'm happy to give it back. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll wait until I'm allowed to see you. But then again, I might not be in this country anymore.
Yeah, but when we're allowed to see me, it depends on which country of the UK you're talking about. It's not going to be Europe, not without
That's
a long-term
true.
visa.
Have you got a Fairtoon Dr. Pop figure behind you?
I do.
I've got one as well now. Jamie
I
bought
got that at the Couch Sci-Fi Con last year.
Yeah, Madeline bought me the one with the goggles when she's making the sonic screwdriver.
I saw that one as well there, but I preferred that one, to be fair.
I've got them both now, so I can't complain.
Yeah. Well, just a little bit of cross promotion in regards to the channel and the videos coming up. I've mentioned already there's Kidstructors. There's actually 3 of them this month because I'm doing a kind of mini Kidstructor month. So you're going to have. I decided to do Charlie's Climbing Tree next. Sophia's Swedish kids TV show.
Oh god, that was so weird.
That was weird, and I thought I'd get out of the way so we could have a run of absolute hilarity because the four from the DVD are gold. They really are gold.
I completely forgot we did that.
Yeah, so I decided to do that one next.
Erase from my brain. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't erased from Jamie's. The number of comments he was making on it, I'm sure of that. But there we are. Jamie actually got his torch out, and Jamie the Magic Torch. That's another one that's coming up. And the last one is Chorlton and the Wheelies.
Nice.
You talk about weird. That was weird.
That was very weird. I distinctly remember how weird that was.
Yeah. So there's 2 more after that, which are Button Moon and Rainbow, but they'll be coming up in February and March. But also, Wednesday, I have my resolutions vlog for 2021.
I love your resolution vlogs because you never stick to them.
Well, I'm not going to let away what's happening this year, but one of them's very important to me this year, and I'll let you figure out what one it is. But my goodness, the title
Finding
is slipping into 2021. It was done on New Year's Day, walking on woodland paths. I'll let you figure out what happened, but there we are.
dog poo, dog pee, or you slipped and fell,
Well, one of those 3. I'll let you figure out which one.
or you saw a couple bonking in the woods.
This is Calder Glen. They don't go that far. Mind you, I'd be a bit worried if they were doing it on Langlands Moss, which is where I ended up with a big peat bog nature reserve. Nowhere to hide for that one. But so yeah, that's coming up, and then we've got the 6 Facts of Agatha Christie at the end of the month. So yeah, there's lots of things coming up. But I want to ask both of you, because both of you, Lynn and yourself, Fraser, have you got any resolutions in particular you want to try for this year?
Now I'm moving to Wales.
Apart from the usual. But what about you, Lynn? Do you have any resolutions there at all? I'll leave that for a second. But no, I do. I try and do resolutions every year to give me some targets. Obviously, as you say, they spectacularly fail, most of them. Last year I've got a good reason for it, like everybody else had. COVID.
No, yes.
Well, to be fair, could I see 2 films in the cinema on a monthly basis? No. Was it possible to go and visit other places? You'll have to find out about that. And also be in a relationship. Well, we know that one's a dead start. They're just from the beginning. So you're still there.
Yeah. I'm just listening to you.
All right, okay. Right, let's come. But not really. Not really. Other than putting more effort into my cosplay Facebook page and Instagram. Cosplay page and Instagram. Cool. Why am I biting my fingers on camera? I just noticed that. Sorry. I'm seeing the playback. I'm going, I'm just biting my fingers absentmindedly. Oops. Okay. That's weird. But you have no resolutions. You don't. That's not the sort of thing you do.
I used to do resolutions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to try and stick to them, but I think because my mental health's been so much in the toilet recently, I feel like if I was to make resolutions now and they didn't come true, I think that would be detrimental. So we're going to get deep here, Baz. In about August, September, I had a complete, utter breakdown. And I'm not told many people this. And
well, you're now telling potentially an audience of millions in the long run.
I'm aware of that, and it's fine. No. I think it's so important to speak up. But mental health used to be such a taboo.
No. I agree.
And I think it's very important to talk about it. And I've been speaking to somebody at the moment who suffers from PTSD and abuse and self-harm, and has been through the friggin' ringer and is here to tell the tale and is a brilliant, wonderful person. That I'm like, okay, maybe I will talk about my problems. And it was about life and like the lack of career. I mean, I've got a career, it just wasn't going anywhere quickly enough. And no wife, no children, no family, and I just completely broke down and started going a bit crazy. And then I spoke to the one person who could speak to about all that stuff, and she talked me off my ledge. I wasn't actually on a ledge, but she talked me off the ledge and kind of trained my brain to be a bit more positive, positive mental attitude, and kind of relying on the universe a little bit and asking the universe for things, which I think is a nicer way of looking at it. And if you believe that it's already happened and you're waiting to catch up.
I didn't catch that last bit, mate. You broke up.
Be fair, like I write down.
I didn't catch that last bit you were saying there before you said, to be fair, you write down. It broke up.
Oh, sorry. Like if you put out in the universe what you want, you wait for it to get to you. You have to assume that it's already happened. Yeah.
I don't
Hello.
think this Skype actually wants you to tell this bit of the story somehow. That's twice it's broken up.
Yeah, and you're frozen as well.
Have I?
Yeah, the stream's just going round and round in circles.
Oh, well, it is working. It is showing us live on here, and I am getting replay back, so...
Ooh. Might just be me and my crappy internet.
You're not working well, internet, yes. Oh, right, but just while you wait there, when I was talking about the Boeing with you and Jamie in stereo, yeah, definitely. That will be used a lot, Lynn. I can guarantee that will be used a lot. Definitely, 100%. Oh, we've got 5 on now. Or was that you trying to reclog in again?
What the hell is going on with my internet? Can you hear me now?
hmm It's a sign
Okay.
from the universe, says Arthur. Hello, Arthur. What you doing? What you not doing on Skype?
Hey!
Hello, Robert. We've got people. Yeah, so it wasn't you trying to
Yeah,
reconnect. It was
so
actually genuine people.
if you believe in like the universe and that it will return what you want, then I think
hmm
that helps. And to be fair, if you write down, you write down and you write down and you write down and you just kind of concentrate on it a bit more. You start believing that it is going to happen, then it's more likely to happen than not.
Yeah,
You just have to not let the doubt in your head say, and it's very difficult. I mean, I am the number one suspect for that. Of oh, but it won't work. Then I think it happens a bit quick, a bit easier anyway. But we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, resolutions can be detrimental, definitely.
well, I don't do them to be detrimental. I do them as a bit of fun. If I don't meet them, I don't meet them. I mean, there was one comment I made one of the resolutions a couple of years ago was saying, "Oh, I'm planning to lose weight and I want to lose about a stone." And the next comment I make is, a highlight back from what I said the year before. Next comment was, "Well, that didn't bloody go well, did it? I put a stone on, never mind, lost a stone." So I don't take it 100% seriously. It's nice to have targets though to try and aim for. But I don't beat myself up if I miss them.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's part of the reason why I keep the resolutions the same every year, because it's like the annual embarrassment. Has Barry done it? Has he not? He probably hasn't, but let's watch it anyway.
Yeah, I suppose you are putting your life on camera and leaving it there forever. So yeah, no, I get that.
But when you talk about in camera and everything else, I think I've been pretty controlled on what I put of my life in the past 5 years, and it has been
Oh,
5 years weekly posting.
definitely. Yeah.
Um, Looking at these early vlogs, including the one that you're going to play today, um, a lot more of my life is laid bare at that point than it would be now. Um, And that was probably a coping mechanism for me in that respect at that point, because I probably was having mental health issues at that point to an extent as well. Although I don't know whether I would had full blown depression or PTSD or whatever. But I do
Yeah.
know obviously I wasn't in the best mental space there, because there was a period where I felt a bit dead end for about 3-4 years in a dead end call center job. And then I got an opportunity to do the podcast stuff, which I've mentioned multiple times on the channel and vlogs and everything else. And that kind of went belly up when the Great Recession happened, as we all call it now. And I spent 4.5 years in Pizza Hut hell, which is now what I now call it, because people didn't appreciate what I did. Tried to work my way up, wasn't getting the support, and this Cold Glen one, if you look deep enough, if I look deep enough, I can see the signs. Other people thinking, "Oh, that's lovely, it's nice, it sounds like you're fairly happy." I wasn't really, and I'm not trying to taint what you're about to see, but I wanted to make it clear that it's not what I recall 10 years later.
Yeah.
And I think I did pick up on that when I did my 50 vlogs reaction set back in 2018. It's an interesting point, but yeah, I've had spirals and things, and I'm in a lot happier place now. I don't have the financial burden around my neck, and I think that was the biggest thing that was depressing me at one point. The fact that I couldn't do anything because I just, if I did anything, the people will be around the door looking for money. Obviously, I know in Scotland you don't get bailiffs, but you know what I mean. You know,
Yeah.
kind of financial strife. Um, You don't get bailiffs in Scotland. I understand now. I didn't think that at the time, and it's part of the reason where I am now. So one of the resolutions I have for this year is actually one I do want to try and strive and do, because I really feel it's going to be the next chapter of my life and move me on to something better, and the others should fall into place off the back of it. So it's really something I want to look at, but I'll leave you to figure that out when you see it on Wednesday. What one I mean, what one's really serious for me on that. Yeah, Arthur, Robert, do you have any resolutions? Andrew, if you're still there, do you have any resolutions for this year at all? While we're on the subject, and this is where it all goes quiet.
And we'll wait.
I've just bit my finger
Sorry,
again. Why am I doing that?
I'm waiting for the response, but we know it's not going to come in straight away.
It's about 10 seconds
Why
delay.
don't you put on a vlog? Why don't you put on a vlog and then we'll come?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might put on a vlog to give Fraser a chance to get his Skype working again, because you're breaking up again. But yeah, we'll put on the vlog. It's a nice, it's a long one. Can you hear me? No, I think Fraser needs to maybe go and kick his Wi-Fi a minute.
Sorry. My God.
Hey, it's fine.
The universe is telling me to move.
Yeah, I think universe is telling you to move, definitely. But yeah, I'll get your resolutions, guys, and we'll talk about it a bit more as a conversation piece. Have a think a bit more.
I have a game for us to play.
Oh, do you?
I'll send you a message.
Mm-hmm.
And other people watching at home can join in.
Cool.
I'll send you a message now.
Enjoy this. It's quite a long one. So warning now, if you want to go for a loo break and things like that, you can do that. But we'll see what happens here. And yeah, let's enjoy vlog number 15, Calder Glen.
This is where I used to work. Well, it's the first place I worked as a full-time job. The Courtyard Cafe. It was only for 8 months. It's part-time. But it started me in the road to a working life, which has, to be perfectly honest, now actually been majority in the catering industry. Of course, today, that's not the world. I'm in my favourite park today, Calder Glen Country Park. And I don't come up here as often as I should, to be honest. But when I do, I really do enjoy it. So, first vlog, nearly 2 months, down goes the New Year's resolution in regards to vlogs, but I did put a video up in May, so I do have something that counts. But this is the first vlog since the end of April, and it's just a wee reflection vlog more than anything else. One of the key reasons why I don't come down here as often as I should do, I don't have the right walking shoes. No, that time and everything else doesn't help. I love walking around here. It's given me a love of walking in the countryside, this place. And it is peaceful. You can hear a little bit of the traffic going in the background if you really hear it, if you really listen hard. But all you hear is the sound of the water down below. in Scotland, which have this unique feature of having a gorge in its middle stage. So it has its youth, as a river would work. The river has a youth, a middle, and a old age stage. And the youth stage, usually the river's fast flowing and going through very high terrain. The middle stage, it will meander, and at the end stage it will branch out and become a delta, or join a Clyde, or join a main river. This is unique because it's kind of doing its meandering stage in a gorge. It's really quite nice, and I like walking around water. I like Châtellerault as well. Châtellerault has a lot longer routes. If you really want to punish yourself, do a walk in Châtellerault. This is going to be a mile walk. It's not going to be long at all. It really is really nice, and I really needed somewhere a bit quieter to talk today. Well, what's happening, and you know, what's been going on for me? I can't say too much. You remember I had 10, and even 6 months old, I can't remember all 10 of them off by heart. I have them written down. There's visual proof of them online on my blog, which I haven't really done much of. I have tried to start something. I have tried to do a little my views on the news, Deanstructor on the news, I think was what they call it. But it never got any further than the first week, because again I was busy. I'm working a hell of a lot more in Pizza Hut. Opportunities are coming up where I potentially could be moving into a more senior role in the team, so I'm really trying to concentrate my efforts so much on that. I am doing bits and pieces with my friend Paul. I have been for the past 4 years via the podcasts and now the quizzes that Paul's doing. I'm involved in making sure the discs are ready for him, because he does quizzes on discs, and he's not really a quiz anymore, he's more about a show. And until he finds the right people, a lot of people will see it as a quiz and it'll be sold as a quiz. But we shall see, and I hope really that it works, but I can't commit my whole time to it anymore. I need other challenges, and Pizza Hut has given me other challenges and something to go for, and there's really opportunities in the horizon, and I really want to go for them. But going back to the New Year's resolutions, stop meandering for a minute. I think the key thing for me is the resolutions were designed to try and change my lifestyle to make it a little bit more fulfilling. And it has done that to an extent. I managed to keep the movies resolution. I've managed to keep the weight loss resolution. I've done the blood donor one. You saw that in the last vlog. I've done a film project as such. Still to finish off the devolving the vote, and I will finish it off when I get an opportunity to. But every time I want to try and do a couple of shots in the nice sunshine, it rains and I can't be bothered. But the weight loss thing has been the biggest thing for me, I think, because I was 11.5 stone when I first started. It started at the beginning of the year. I'm now 10 stone 4, which in American poundage is 144 pounds. So I've lost 17 pounds in 6 months. Now, a lot of people say that's not a lot, and you're right, it's not a lot. But I'd rather have lost the weight over 6 months with a change of diet and a routine of my diet than losing it over 2 weeks and then going back to eating all the crap I was before. Because I've changed it in such a way that my diet is now easier to control. And yes, I'm going to have weight I know I'm going to fluctuate my weight slightly from time to time. But when I was, you know, chomping away, I used to get, it wasn't quite chest pains, but it was like little shooting pains when I got full, or I had too much. I still get that. And I don't think I've been full properly, you know, and overeating too much. It's been calorie controlled I've been doing. It's been calories I've been keeping an eye on. I've got a wee package that I use. And it seems to be working. It seems to be doing the control I need to bring it down. I think now summer's in, I could do a bit more exercise. I haven't really been exercising, so it has been wholly calorie controlled, more or less. If we can exercise a little bit more, then I think I'll be able to lose the weight a bit quicker, you know, get down to a bit more. I won't be 10 stone, I won't be 140 pounds, if you'd imagine. If I can get to that, then I would be happy. So I can vary between 10 and 10.5. And I want to reach 10 stone so I can do that. I'm doing that just now, to be honest, and I'm not looking for it. I'm now wearing 30 jeans, 30 waist jeans, 30-inch waist jeans, which I hadn't done for nearly 10 years. So that's brilliant. And hopefully, you know, things are going to work out better, and financially it's getting a bit better. I'm not exactly in the best financial situations, but it's getting better. And really, that is the biggest New Year's resolution. I'm going to start moving again. Now, giving blood one, I finally have my blood type. They gave me a card. Let me just get the said thing out. Here, out my wallet. It's there. I keep it in there deliberately. While I have a look at that, let's just give a wee view. That is gorgeous. I do like running water. I don't know what it is, but I love running water. It's really intriguing to me. But anyway, go back to that. This is my blood donor card. And that's really quite interesting, actually, because I'm the same blood type as my father. A positive. Because I didn't get it until, what, a fortnight ago? It was only 10 weeks I've been waiting for it. 10 weeks! It's a long time. I like the longer days. I really do. I like the summer. I love the evening light you get at some points. It's really good. Hi there. But yeah, I do love the evening light, the lights when you're this way, because 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, you're still walking about, and when it's really sunny like it is today, and the light, that 9 o'clock it's got in there, I really love that type of light, and it's really soothing, and I love this time of year. One of my other resolutions was to be in a relationship, get a girlfriend. 2 things have stopped me. One, the work I'm doing. And I'm not talking about the piece art stuff, I'm talking about the stuff I'm working with my mate Paul as well. That really does take the time up. So I really don't know what else I could do, or where else I could go, or with who else I could go. It's really that strange. And finally, of course, money. I've been strained to breaking point nearly, so I don't have that anymore. By the way, I'm on a trail called the South Trail. It's a mini loop that goes round Cody Lane and comes back out at the Horseshoe Falls, which we'll show later on. But I'm now coming to the most southerly point, the South Bridge. And this has been rebuilt since I was last here. It was suspension bridge last time. Now it's just a normal arch bridge. Intriguing. Just found a new feature on my phone that I didn't realise I had. You see my face is lit up now. So I've got a little night feature on here, which means I can film in the dark. This is brilliant. Right. I'll just turn that off actually. Oh, it's a bit bright just now. There we are. Oh, spots in my eyes. So, I used to walk around here. First was it this route, but I used to walk around here when I was younger. Every summer day it was nice. 15, 16, I used to cycle up to Calderglen, which is about 2 miles from where I am, from the house. I have to admit, I actually used the car today. I just want to get up here. Could be bothered taking a half an hour walk, which I have done. I know I can do it in half an hour. Could be bothered doing the half an hour walk up to Calderglen today. But used to cycle up, walk round the paths. Sometimes down the South Trail, sometimes we go up the Tor Trail, which is still aside, which I'll show you later. And just sit and watch the water go by. It's really lovely, and you know, spend a couple of hours up here. Sometimes with friends, usually, like sadder I am, on my own. But then again, I've always seemed to be a solitary beast, and it's held me back. Now, still wasn't the best time for me on a personal development level. Being shy is probably an understatement. And I know you guys are going to say you're very gutsy for talking on a video and taking it that way. But at the end of the day, I'm speaking to a lens, and that's it, that's how I see it. I know there's people who view this video, and I hope this video is probably one of the best. I hope this video stands up as one of the best of vlogs in years to come. You know, just haven't said it yet. One of the better vlogs. Finally got in my head in regards to me and talking about me, because it's been very much piece to camera. This is what I do. This is what's been happening, and I wanted to try and have a bit more, not warts and all, but a bit more of a conversational vlog and try something different and see how that works with me and how it settles with me. And it's probably something that I will not like watching initially. As time goes on, I reflect back in it, and there'll be a significant event in my life that will happen, probably the next 6 months, maybe the next 6 years. I don't know, and something will happen, and I'll be able to go back to this vlog and say, I was in an intermediate stage. I was happy, but I was in an intermediate stage. Or at least I think that would be the case. I could be talking complete garbage now. But then again, welcome to the YouTube universe, Barry. But in all seriousness, I was going back to the school thing. I see the water. I'm meandering like hell today. I'm going off topic all the time. Just shows I'm really wanting to get this out. Maybe it was worth doing this. But, yeah. School, I wasn't really socially active. And I honestly thought that people in my school weren't a great fan of me. Didn't really like me. But recently, I think it's the opposite. I think they did like me, they thought me as a nice guy, but a little bit backwards and coming forward. And the past couple of months, I met up with, it was about 2 months ago, yeah. I met up with an old friend from school, one of the few I had, and he's a neighbour as well, Norman. If you're watching this, hi mate. Hope everything's alright with you and your partner, and your mum. And became friends with him on Facebook to keep up to date. And he doesn't Facebook often, to be honest. But it was the first stage in me trying to say, I want to open back up to the school guys, the guys I was at school with. Now, I hadn't made any further moves, but one person has come back. And when I realised who it was, she actually brought a smile to my face. And she's happily married, she's still living in Eastwood Bride, she's happily married. She's got, she obsesses about her dog. It's effectively a wee kid. But she's had a lot of trouble and strife in her life, and it puts me in perspective about my life and think, no, my life's rubbish. My life's not rubbish. My life is good. I've got a family who loves me, a core group of 3 other people who love me, support me all the way. I've got a job where I'm actually showing my strengths, and I'm actually becoming a better rounded person. My life is getting better. It's hard. It's financially hard. And there's been a couple of changes in work recently. It's made it a bit stricter for me. But it's good this is happening. And do you know what? For the first time, I've recognised the people from Hunter and from Half Merc. It's not just school people. They're just part of school. Actually, real people with real lives and proper lifestyles, and it makes me sad slightly to think that, they're all 26, 27. And the vast majority of them are married, 26, 27, 28 even. The vast majority of them are married or in long-term relationships and are happy. And I've tried to go the career way, not quite got there, and is now reassessing my life. And I think the most important resolution for me outside the weight loss one is going to be the relationship one, and how I go about that. And I really hope that I do get to the stage where I'm happy with someone, because I'm now feeling the time is ticking. And when Sarah joined Facebook, the old school friend, or the old school colleague, school peer, it made me think, I've not physically spoken and said hello and chatted, it made me think that maybe there is something about me, maybe that makes me different, but exciting different, not sad different or weird different, but just brilliantly different. And I think coming down here to my favourite place, the place I found solace in my teenage years, and just sitting, watching the rock Calder go by, is really giving me an opportunity to sit down, not pour my heart out, but give another side to me on YouTube, another part of me. Another part of me online that I can look at myself back at, like a mirror, and think, it's not so bad. Yes, you're not in a relationship, but you've never been fully committed to that sort of thing. But you are worth more than you think you are. And surely that's something that everybody has to take from this. Surely. I don't think the stepping stones are going to be working today. Because you just threw the trees there before she falls. I haven't actually filmed it directly because there's a couple of guys just buy it. And they're not exactly showing a good example. They're actually got a campfire, which is interesting, but you know, it's a wooded forest. Last thing you want to do is give sparks to set a light freaking forest. It's a little stupid. So I haven't been able to film one bit of my part. But I'm going to go to one more place in Cold Glen before I go home. This is really where I like to be, is down this bit. You see a play park over there. Over there, as you can see. And that's where we've got camcorder footage of it. Family camcorder footage of it. Of family going for walks and going to them. It's no longer there. Village playground 6. Now, as I say, just going to do one more thing. Whoa! Got my one there. Light come up. I'm going to do one more thing. Film Taurus Lynn, and then I'm going to make my way back home, I think. But the light now, I love this light at this time, and it's really why I come here at this light. This light. This is that light. I hope you can see why. And as I get a fantastic view of the Torrance Lynn, I think I'm going to finish this vlog. There's more to see in Cold Glen, but I've decided I've seen enough. I'm going to go home now before it gets too dark. The sun is setting. I'm not going to sit properly for another hour and a half, so I'm just going to go. It's a long vlog. It's making up for last month where there was lack of one. This may be the future. This might be a regular thing. Every month is different, and I'm trying to make sure every month is different in what I talk about and do. And I hope you really enjoyed this vlog as much as the feedback I got for the last one. But till then, thanks very much for watching. See you later.
Told you it was long. Yes, 29 minutes. Pulled my heart out. Really pulled my heart out with that. But yeah, that was vlog 15, the longest vlog that I did for a few years, really. So yeah, Fraser's still having technical issues. He's not back yet. So I'm on my own sim again. I don't know if Arthur's still on camera or not, or on there or not. I don't know if you can dial in or not, but yes. So let's have a look at the resolutions that you had from before. So yeah, Arthur said lose weight. Well, I know that one. I know that one completely. Yeah, Fraser's almost there, he says. That's fine. So he is aware. Okay. Yeah, internet's sometimes, isn't it? Internet's a boying sometimes, Fraser, definitely. So at the end of the day, oh right, yeah, that's Lynn just replying back to the snapshot idea of the videos, which it is a snapshot. You're right. For Robert, it's for me to try and get into an administration job. An administration job. Ooh. I'm not quite sure what you actually do. Maybe you can enlighten me a little bit about that, Robert. That's a bit of a interesting question now. An administration job, what for? Oh no, hold on. We have a Fraser. Do we have a Fraser? Yes, we have a Fraser. Can you hear me okay?
It was a nightmare.
Well, it was a half an hour vlog. You had plenty of time.
I was rebooting and rebooting.
No, fair enough.
Hopefully you can hear me all now. Fine.
Yes, well, I can hear you perfectly. I don't know if the others can. They'll be able to tell in a minute. There is sound coming through to the stream, so I know you are about somewhere. Yes,
Oh,
Arthur,
Arthur's
if you
coming.
want. Yes, please. Yes, please, Arthur. It'd be nice to have a conversation. I wasn't sure if you were still there or not. I know the viewership went from about 4 to 5 multiple times as Fraser's trying to get in, but apart from that, so yeah, if you're there, Fraser, Arthur.
Fraser
that'd
is
be
here.
cool. Yeah. Oh, he's there. He's there. Hello, Arthur.
Oh, Arthur, just in time for the Fraser and Arthur show.
Yeah, man. Yes. Arthur. Whoop, whoop.
Happy New Year, mate. By the way.
Happy New Year. Yeah. Good to
Yeah.
hear from you.
Yeah. Right, Lynn, you can be heard, so that means Arthur can be heard as well. That's good. Right. So yeah, thank you for being my eyes and ears outside the stream there, Lynn, because I couldn't hear anything. No, we're joking. Now Robert's saying he's wanting to get into an administration job. Do you know what he does?
No.
No. Sorry, Robert.
That's interesting. Right. Well, that's a
We'll probably
conversation
should
for you,
listen
Robert.
a bit more, Arthur.
Yeah. The
We are
Gremlins
bad
have been
friends.
at it again. Yes, they have, Robert. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear us now. But yeah, you said you want to get an administration job. I'm interested to see what you're doing now. Are you working in a supermarket like Arthur, which is one of your resolutions to get out of that, which I can understand, but I don't think it's going to happen for a while.
Yeah, 13 years has been long enough, I think, for me.
Yeah. Well, at the time of the vlog being done there, I was in. It'd been, what would it have been, 7 years in retail, which was the longest time I've been in any sort of industry at that point. Not the case now, but it was at the time. Bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if Fraser saw any of that. That's a pouring my heart out vlog. That one,
What one?
the one I've just done.
Oh,
Why don't
Calder Glen. Yeah, I've watched Calder Glen before.
Yeah. Well, that's all right then. So you know. But yeah, it's pouring my heart out one there. But it would have to happen on a happy note. And I don't know if you plan that depression thing, but it kind of ties in quite well.
No, you never planned depression.
You know what I mean? The mental health thing you were talking about. I mean, there's signs of mental health issues there in my video.
But it's just really important to talk about it. Like, if you keep it all in your head, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And we all have little gremlins or trolls or goblins in our head that tell us that we're worthless and all these negative thoughts we have are real. And it's like, it's bad enough that people tell other people how crap they are, but eventually you start to believe it. And so you have to talk about it, whether it be in a vlog, a live stream, your mate, whatever. You just got to do it.
That was part of the reason why I completely got away from the. I'll get that in a minute, Robert. Just see this comment. So when it comes to the mental health thing, as I said there, I was in a bad job with Pizza Hut from hell. I thought I was doing well at that point because it was that point I was starting to do supervisor and manager shifts, but obviously that turned a bit sour. I seem to make the same mistakes again. Go for people you think are going to give you a good life and make your life better, and they turn out to be the biggest pieces of you ever have. And I've actually become more wary of that. For the job I was in before the one I'm in now, it was starting to, the signs were there and I had to get out. So I have learned, but it's difficult sometimes. And yeah, everybody wants a new job, a new career path, but at the moment you just have to stick with what you've got. There's no chance otherwise, you know.
Not Fraser. I'm rebelling against the system.
It's all right. You've already said to us, right? 2021, and bye Scotland. See you later. Yeah.
I've said for the last few months I want to be in Wales by March, and it might happen.
Well, that's good if you could. It's good if you could.
You'll all miss me.
I miss you now. I miss your face now. To be fair, face to
Put my
face.
camera then.
No. and kill my computer. Don't think so.
That already sounds like it's going to explode, doesn't it, Arthur?
Yeah, the fan is going, but it's been de-dusted, so it's not. It's cooler, but it's still running like Billio, which I understand. It's getting to that stage. 5 years, but my concentration isn't on the laptop. I will have to muddle through the best I can with this, but it's still fun when it works. Put it that way. Still
Right,
fun.
bear with me. I have to go look for makeup wipes. Not for me.
Right. Okay. Robert, I'm sorry to.
Apparently, they've been left in my flat. Hold on.
Fair enough. Right, that wasn't the sort of thing I was expecting you have on a Streamstructor. Oh, by the way, I'm going to look for some makeup wipes from Fraser. They're not mine, by the way. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you, mate. I believe you. Right.
Did you leave them in the bathroom?
He's actually taking the phone with him when he's doing it. Oh my god. Distract myself from that.
It's like challenge Annika, but crap.
As long as you don't ask for PLY, you're fine. But there we are. Oh, she actually said that on recording. She called up a builder and asked for PLY instead of ply. And it's actually a well-known outtake.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
think she's from here. Has she? Nah.
Going to Robert there, you were made redundant in March. I'm sorry, mate. Didn't realise that.
Sorry, mate. I mean, I knew that, and that's rubbish, and I'm really sorry.
So basically, administration work basically a job, effectively. Yeah. It was heartbreaking. I finally got that job I really enjoyed with Virgin Media. They decided to send all the work offshore. Yeah, I've worked with Virgin Media about 15 years ago, when they were NTL originally. And all the hell we had with customer service when Sky and Virgin had that argument where half the Sky channels were disappeared. That was fun. That was fun. So were you up in? I take it you were up in Bells Hill then, Robert, when you were doing the stuff up in for Virgin, because that's where they were based. So many people have actually, I know, have worked in Virgin Media at one time or another, either at the time I was working there or post that, or now. It's weird. There seems to be a big call center employee in Lanarkshire, or at least it was. So. Yeah, the call center changed over time as well, so there's different things for different things. Have you found it yet, Fraser?
No, apparently they should be in the bedroom. I'm curious to what she thinks I'm going to do with them when I find them.
Mail them back down.
Not mailing them to Malvern.
Is she going to PayPal you the postage?
I mean, she would, but
I was only joking.
At this rate, I feel she's cheaper just buying new ones.
Probably.
Oh, lads.
The problem is she's probably asking for them because people have decided to panic buy where she is, and there's none left in the shops.
Oh, we're all in tier 4.
Yep. Yeah. I work in retail. It doesn't look like tier 4.
Oh,
that's
no,
because everyone's given up.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
I mean, I'm still in the house most of the time, but I do go out for a couple of hours walking. That's the one thing I have kept up. But it's the only way of clearing my brain out sometimes is going out and get some fresh air.
That's it. Today I was out, before I went to visit my mum, I was out down the beach, and I live in Ayr. Yay.
Yeah, lucky sod, running water all the time.
So I walked Ayr to Prestwick, and the beach was just mobbed. It wasn't even just the beach, it was just the beach front. The whole, everybody was out there. It was just crazy.
So the promenade go all the way, does it? Is there a route that goes all the way by the beach? Or was it actually on the beach with the tide out?
You can walk it, but you can do the tide.
The what? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Your headset got knocked.
So when the tide's out, you can walk it, obviously, right? But you can also walk it on the along the shorefront as well. It's a little longer. You have to take a few wee twists and turns. You can do it.
Oh, you were in their energy call centre, so you were at the outsourcer. Oh, Robert, I feel for you, mate. I feel for you. I hate outsourcers. Try and work with the main company if you can. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. They punt you away when they lose the contract. That's a shame.
That's a shame.
I take it you found them.
Not on the makeup, mate.
You haven't. Okay. Right. Talk the story of Air. The logo in the background of that image that will come up in about 10 seconds.
I'm going back to my duvet. Carry on.
The image that you see there, obviously it's covered there, is actually Air Beach on the longest day 10 years ago. Using the same camera I filmed the Calder Glen.
I thought that was like a stock image.
No, it's mine.
I'm going to believe you.
No, it's actually genuinely mine. It's actually the background of my phone as well. So, yeah.
As long as you do get some good sunset scenes.
I've never been able to equal it. I tried it a couple of years ago and I couldn't equal it.
Yeah, it's a hit and miss thing with the Air Beach. You have to get kind of like 3 factors: the tide, the cloud cover, and if the sun is actually setting in a good position from where you're standing.
Well, it was set in a good position. It wasn't. It wasn't going behind Aaron. It was between Aaron and another bit. So it was actually quite nice.
Sometimes it's just luck of the draw as well.
It is a luck of the draw. Absolutely, 100%. Oh, I don't have the image of my phone. It must have come from my old phone. I thought I was going to have the full image of my phone there to show you, but I don't. So never mind. Okay, bit quicker than trying to do it on the computer, but there we are. Yeah, it isn't. It honestly isn't a stock image. It's my own image, so I can utilize it all I like.
I believe I wasn't about to get Jamie on you.
No, Lynn. No, Lynn is saying. Yeah, I would have said that was a stock image. It isn't. It's actually my own photograph, and I've never been able to replicate it. I tried to. My Instagram actually has a before and after, and it's just difficult, you know. So I tried a couple of years back. Was come back from Girvan and tried to take the photograph, and it wasn't the same. I think it's just the camera and everything else. It's just the right conditions, as you say, Arthur. And 2 minutes after I took the photograph, it started raining.
Of course it did.
That sounds like care.
And there was a rainbow behind me at the time as well, so it just stopped raining and then I took it. So it was weird.
That doesn't surprise me. It's literally air. You can have rainfall for 3 hours. You can have sunshine for 2 seconds and then rainfall for 3 hours again.
I thought that was just general Scottish weather, to be fair, but there we are.
A little worse at coast.
So yeah, so your resolution, Arthur, is to lose weight and get out of the job you're at. Robert is to find a new place. Lynn hasn't really said much in regards to resolutions, and Fraser poo-poos the whole idea. So we know where we're all going, so that's fine.
It wouldn't be Scotland if it didn't rain after it. Yeah, you're right, Lynn. Can I not have Scotland without rain?
Absolutely. Oh, you're seeing that before I did there. Oh, you must have a quicker connection.
Yeah, you and I are suffering from bad broadband this evening.
It's not bad broadband for me. It's bad computer, but I will take it.
Yeah, I've got it running on my phone, and I've got obviously the Skype running to the laptop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm actually using my mobile data from my mobile phone because I'm not using my mobile phone tonight for the camera to run my tablet, so I can actually see in real time. So that's possibly why it's a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
But it takes the pressure off the Wi-Fi and the streaming a bit here because the connection's been pretty solid. It's just been a little bit stuttery at my end at times, so I can't complain. What you buffing about?
That's what I'm just about to ask.
Sorry, I was literally stretching to get a glass.
It just sounds like you're not enjoying the conversation whatsoever. You just go bleh, bleh.
I was literally, I'm lying on my sofa. And I've got a doobie over me, and I went to grab my glass, and I went, as my stomach went, you can't handle. Muscles in my stomach, which I've not used for a while, have been used, and I'm very sore. So it's
dear. Oh dear. Well, that's what happens when you go for a New Year walk.
That is exactly what happens when you go for several New Year walks. You're absolutely right.
Yes. Moving on very quickly. Let's get to the running order, shall we? But yeah, we've had the vlog, which is the longest video of the lot. We've got 6 facts, which Fraser was very happy about.
Apparently so.
A simple yes would have done there, mate, but thank you.
Sorry, yes.
And Vengeance Varos Doctor Who review is coming up as well as part of this.
After 6 facts for a Harry Potter sorting hat thing, and let's find out what houses we all belong in, because I'm curious. Because the last time I did this, I was Hufflepuff, and I want to know what I am now.
Right.
And I think we should all do it.
Yeah, don't worry. I was trying to change it to show your pictures up, and I forgot I hadn't changed the webcam settings over. Sorry.
Hey, I like that.
That's why you get the pussycat. There we are. But
that, for a short period of time, was my Hinge profile dating picture.
And that's why the app combusted.
Fuck it off, Arthur.
I'm glad you two are having fun as always between each other. In sorts
Arthur
of
and I
life.
always have fun. This is the only time we get to chat properly.
Yeah,
pretty
well,
much.
However, Arthur, side note, were you as shocked as I was that Big J joined the pub quiz the other week?
Yeah, I know what you meant. Not really. Me and him still talk, so he was asking, because obviously you posted publicly in the group chat, so
Yeah.
The group post. Aye. So he was asking.
Jad, for the sounds of it, schooled him.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I was drunk and said a few laddie things as well, should we say?
Arthur.
Nothing too bad.
We're
That's what she said type thing.
Yeah, but Arthur was, but Fraser was a bit more tactful about it. Arthur, well done. But there we are.
But
Is
so Big J asked who was on. I told him who was on. He says, it'd be nice to catch up. So I said, yeah, the Zoom chats on the Zoom IDs and the posts. So just join in. But yeah, he was on for, I want to say 1 o'clock in the morning. We stopped the chat.
he was trying to imply that Jazz and I were doing things.
Oh yeah, that I schooled him on as well.
Yeah.
Once she'd left the chat, I basically gave him a virtual whipping.
a whooping.
A virtual whooping, lad. He was not the same after it.
I'll give you a whooping.
Right.
Nice.
Well, I wasn't privy to that quiz, so I have no idea what happened here, and it sounds horrible. It's certainly something I want to talk about after the stream. But there we are.
Men need to stop thinking a certain way and speaking a certain way. The patriarchy must die.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of patriarchy. I might get a bit more successful in the love situation at the moment. I think I'm probably the opposite way, to be fair. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. It doesn't make sense to me sometimes how men feel they're entitled. It does annoy me.
It's male entitlement, and it's awful.
Yeah.
I have seen messages that have been sent to my friend Jazz, and they are disgusting.
I've got a couple of friends that post them and publicly disgrace them on Facebook.
I've been hearing about women receiving men masturbating, like sending them videos of them masturbating
Oh, for
without
goodness sake.
being asked.
Well, that explains why when women go off on maternity leave, they never come back to their jobs. And
I mean, not necessarily. It's because women get paid less money and they'd rather stay at home and look after their children. And men do not get enough paternity leave when they have a kid. They only get 2 weeks.
I agree. The maternity situation is rubbish. There are companies that will allow you to split it between the mother and the father equally if you want to, but not a lot.
But that still doesn't help you raise a child together.
I will admit Tesco's isn't too bad. They will actually adjust your working schedule so you have weekends off, so that you can spend time with the family. And I believe it's 4 weeks paternity that we can get up to. Possibly more depending on situations.
Still rubbish.
I just don't think 4 weeks is enough.
Oh no, definitely not.
I know you can't have both parents off because there'd be no income, and it would bankrupt companies. I get that, but there should be more flexibility in this day and age. I really do not understand
money available for it.
Yeah, there should be more money and more flexibility about it. It's really terrible, and I'm really fearing that the whole paternity and maternity thing is now going to be not as strictly adhered to as it was before the 1st of January.
Rather than piss away money on a Brexit festival, then put money where it should go.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered. As soon as the message came up on New Year's Eve, oh, we've left the European Union, right? Okay, night, bye, goodbye. Couldn't be bothered. I didn't have a New Year.
All right.
Yeah, just a frog in my throat for them.
Maybe you should shut up and give the frog a chance.
That sounded like the frog got a chance there, but there we are.
Sorry, a little frog in my throat. Maybe I should shut up and give the frog a chance. If anyone can tell me what that's from, there's a cookie in the post.
You'll have to pay the postage, though.
If I can find these bloody makeup ones. The response was, don't know where they ended up then. Me neither, funnily enough.
So what about your Christmas then, Arthur? What did you get up to?
I just went around and spent the day with my mum.
Nice.
And my little brother.
Mm-hmm.
I say little brother, he's only like a year younger than me, so it's weird.
He's still your little brother, though.
Still your little brother. I mean, you get situations where you've got little brothers who are taller than the big brothers.
That's true. So yeah, my Christmas was okay actually. Pretty much just spent the day reminiscing and then cooked the Christmas dinner around about 3ish, which is a little later than we normally have it. And then went into a food coma.
Did you have a nice day though?
It was nice. It was different, which
I know. I hear you.
So aye. Just different always. That's all I could add. I put to it right now, especially when it was his birthday a few days afterwards. And
Yeah, no, it's not
next
the
New
best
Year.
situation with what happened last year. I know it's still raw, so I won't go into it too much if you don't want to.
Cool.
It's not a
It
problem.
was just 3 events within the space of basically a week without him. 3 big events, you could say, without him. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it will get easier, but
get stronger for it.
you will.
So let's get sorted into houses.
Yeah, we could do the houses thing. Lynn was saying here she didn't even see the leaving announcement as she was too busy on Zoom until 4 a.m. What were you doing till 4 a.m. on New Year's Eve? On Zoom?
What, that chat? The one that we were in?
That wasn't New Year's Eve.
No, I was talking about Lynn.
Well, Lynn
She said she was on Zoom till 4 a.m. on New Year's Eve, and I'm going. As soon as I said that, I'm going. Hang on a minute. It's 2020. It's COVID. I know what should be on Zoom. She'd be talking to people. She wouldn't be doing anything else on Zoom. That was a stupid statement from me, but yeah. Oh, I've got a quiz to do for Zoom this Friday for my reenactment pals. Ooh, and work will probably want me to do something as well. Oh, I've got a busy week of quizzing going on. I'll use the same thing for both, but that's not the point. But but yeah, no, Hogwarts houses. Yes, I'll have a look and see if I can find something online on my phone. I'm not trying the laptop. I'll bloody ruin the connection. And you were spending New Year with mates. Yes, Lynn, I realised you were spending New Year with mates. I was just trying to be mucky. Not sleazy, but mucky.
Got to change the brain.
brain has to change a little bit, yes. But I'll have a look online and we'll have a look at this and we'll go for the Hogwarts houses. And in the meantime, we'll play 6 Facts on Elizabeth I. Elizabeth had one of the rockiest roads to being queen in English history. She was third in line to the throne on her father Henry VIII's death. Her half-brother Edward VI and half-sister Mary ruled first. She nearly lost any chance of succession after Edward's attempt to have Lady Jane Grey as queen, but she only ruled for 9 days. When Mary ruled, Elizabeth was actually in the Tower of London for a stint. Only when Mary died childless in 1558 would Elizabeth become queen. When it wasn't spreading propaganda, Elizabeth's administration was actually doing some good. The Queen oversaw the nation's first attempts at poverty relief, a gradual accumulation of rulings like mandatory taxation towards this end, which culminated with the 1601 Elizabethan-Poor law. In addition to her native English, Queen Elizabeth I was known to be fluent in French, Italian and Latin, going so far as to translate collections of lengthy texts into these languages. The Queen is also believed to have spoken Spanish, Welsh, Irish, Flemish, Greek, and even Cornish. She turned down proposals from the likes of King Philip II of Spain, King Eric XIV of Sweden, Archduke Charles of Austria, and French brothers Henry III and Francis, Duke of Anjou. Throughout her life, Elizabeth's one true love remained her childhood friend, Robert Dudley, whose marriage to Amy Robsart kept the two from achieving Elizabeth's long-desired union with him. She can claim many lasts. She was the last Tudor monarch, she was the last to rule over England before its union with Scotland under James I, and she was also the last monarch to remain unmarried. Elizabeth is thought to have been ashamed of her mother, Anne Boleyn. All her praise was for her father, Henry VIII, but actually it was quite an astute political move, knowing her mother's reputation. She actually did care for her mother, posing for a portrait in her teenage years with her mother's A pendant around her neck. All of her late mother's relatives were promoted to the best positions at court, and she wore a miniature pendant necklace that contained a miniature portrait of her mother opposite herself.
Next time on Six Facts, he's the founding father and first president of the biggest economy in the world, George Washington.
Yeah, let's see what the makeup situation is, Fraser.
So I said, if I do find them, do you want me to post them back to you? And she went, no, they're only £1 from Boots. Just leave them there for the next time I come up. I was like, okay, makes sense.
All that hassle to find wipes and you say, just keep them aside, it's fine. Love
She's
it.
She's a very particular breed of woman.
Fair enough.
Up to Boots, grab a pound packet and double back and say you found them.
I mean, that is my plan.
Yeah.
Oh, darling, I saved them there.
There just happens to be more in it than before.
Oh, no, I'm going to open it. No, I'm going to open it and take a few out and put them in the bin.
As long as you don't tell her, say, you never know when I found them, darling. I found them in Boots. They happen to be on the shelf again. I don't know why.
I would never call her darling. She'd punch me in the throat.
Oh, darling.
She's small, but she's feisty.
Well, I'm saying nothing to that.
Yourself there for a second.
Oh, and fuck you! I'm 5'7".
Boing!
That might be in the evil days, but not nowadays.
I'm going to come round there and boot you.
Sorry.
What was I going to say to you? Yeah, only I could end up dating an English woman again. You think I'd learn my lessons from last time?
There was different circumstances, though, so I won't say anything. And
True.
just because you dated one English woman, it doesn't like
Two.
it, isn't it? There's
Two.
another. What was that?
2.
Or two?
Just remember what I said to you before.
What did you say to me before?
Be honest and truthful.
Oh, aye. Oh, we're doing a lot better from that. Thank you.
Good.
Well, she got here for a start, and so.
Well, yeah. That's true.
Aye. 6 hours. 6 hours, 3 trains later.
At least
Yeah,
you
it's
took
why I'm
trains.
moving-
Just imagine you took cars. Even in this situation, would be stuck in roadworks all the way up the road.
Oh. No, I think you'd be all right. From the Welsh borders to here, I think you'd be all right.
I suppose. But I said that twice in my journeys down to Wales, and took 12 hours each time. You were
Yeah,
part
but
of the
she's
first one.
yeah, I know, but she's on the border.
Yeah, I suppose.
She's just past Brum.
She's past Birmingham.
Brum,
Right,
brum.
okay.
You know, for years I didn't know that's why Brum was called Brum.
What, because he was in
Genuinely
Birmingham?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's from Birmingham. Oh, I can do that now.
Sounds like you guys are having fun talking to each other again. I mean, this is what happens. It is the Fraser half the show halfway through. I lose steam and them two just keep going.
We have to wait a whole month before we get to chat.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to plan that accordingly to maybe facilitate something more on that. But we'll have a chat after.
Sorry, Arthur and I launched the Super Cool Dude show. Cause coming the first Sunday of every month at 7 p.m. GMT.
And thank you for your contribution to Streamstructor for the past 10 months. But
Wait, we're still calling it Streamstructor? I thought we changed it to the Cool Dudes.
It's a cool dude, yeah.
well, after my half an hour vlog, I certainly don't feel like a cool dude anymore. But yeah, no, it was nice to have that. So yeah, that was 6 Facts of Elizabeth I. The first of another series of 6 Facts I did back in 2018. If Arthur, you probably weren't there earlier on, but I'm actually doing another series of 6 Facts this year, and the first one's on Agatha Christie at the end of the month.
That would be nice.
And I'm also doing, and I've said this to Fraser, touch wood, that they would be, one of them is a living person I'm doing 6 Facts on. Hopefully they are still living by the time it releases. So we'll see. This is 2021. Nothing's, all cards are off, all bets are off. All cards are off?
All cards are off, yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, Hogwarts houses. I found something on Heart
Okay.
Radio's website. Okay. I'll
Okay.
have a look at that and see what comes out. Just as parent embarrassment comes in, that's what the door is. But there we are. Okay. Why am I getting Norton reminders for updating my Norton when I don't have Norton? Freaking phishing emails annoying me. Yeah, it's phishing emails. I had one for McAfee the other day, and I'm going, oh, is it? And I realised, no, it's not, because it's next year it's up. But, oh well.
Still a bit interesting when it's PayPal.
Yeah. So, the Heart quiz has got 11 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the first question is, which house are you definitely not in?
Slytherin.
And the questions are, I would be thrilled, or the answers are, I would thrill to be in any house as long as I get to go to Hogwarts. Hufflepuff. I think everyone has the qualities of all four houses, just in different amounts. I could conceivably be sorted into any of them. Or Slytherin.
Right, are we doing this? Are you going to do it? Then I'll do it. Then Arthur does it.
I could do that, yeah.
Right, do you want to go first then?
Right. Okay. I know which one
So,
I'm not.
Read out answers and questions and answers, so we know.
Yeah. Okay.
So what one you choosing?
Oh, I'll keep that secret. I chose
No.
Slytherin. I chose Slytherin. I'm not
We're
Slytherin.
always trying to take over the stream. We will succeed one day.
It's sabotage. It's already been sabotaged, Rob. It's been sabotaged since June, but there we are. Right, okay.
Well, we know when we're not wanted, don't we, Arthur?
That's fine. We'll start our own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The cool guys minus Barry.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll have blackjack and hookers.
How does your advert goes again, Barry? Bang! And the dirt is gone.
I'm Barry and I'm a Scot, and that's about as much as the comparison matches. But there we are.
Did you say marrying a Scot?
I said I'm Barry and I'm a Scot, and that's about as much as
sorry.
the comparison warrants. But there we are.
I thought that was front of books.
Yeah. So the next question. Hey, you're all British. What's your favourite Shakespeare play? The answers, the questions are As You Like It, Hamlet, Henry V, or Macbeth.
You're choosing.
So you answer.
Put As You Like It. Okay, next question. And who's your favourite Beatle? Paul, Ringo, John, or George? That's a hard one, actually. George. I think his music stuff after the Beatles is a lot better than the others. Just saying. Oh yikes! There's a spider in here. No, acromantula, thankfully, but just a plain old creepy spider. Please, can you take care of it? The answers are, oh, don't worry, it won't hurt us. I wonder how it got inside. Hey, look at that. I'll just take it outside. Why don't you just step on it? Fine, I will. And let's not bother it. We can just move to the other side of the room. Hey, look at that. I'll just take it outside. I'm going to pick. My goodness, these answers are getting longer. Who was your favourite Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher? Professor Lupin, who cares that he was a werewolf? Professor Lockhart, he didn't know much, but his class was pretty pleasant and easy, and he wasn't evil. Professor Moody, horrible as it was, the revelation that he was a Death Eater in disguise probably taught us more about the nature of the dark arts than any other teacher or textbook ever did. And number 4, Professor Snape. He was a great teacher in every subject. Snape.
Snape. Severus Snape.
I knew you were going to do that. Right. Next question. Who's your favourite great American... sorry, I'll start again. Who's your favourite great American novelist? So we got F. Scott Fitzgerald. He truly comprehended the tragedy of the world around him and expressed it gloriously. Mark Twain. He was sharply observant and unafraid to expose injustice and hypocrisy where he saw it. John Steinbeck. He's given me a greater appreciation of the American experience. Or Ernest Hemingway. Though I must say Americans are the mudbloods of the world, and I resent that question. John Steinbeck's that's the only one I actually recognise. Oh, no, actually read.
I'm in trouble.
If you were forced to go to Muggle High School, gross, as it says in brackets,
oh, aye.
what would be your favourite class? English, history, foreign languages, or chemistry?
I'm dying slightly, sorry.
I would say history. All together now. That'll be obvious. Right. Happy Hogsmeade weekend. Where are you most looking forward to visiting? The Shrieking Shack, Honeyduke's Sweet Shop, the Three Broomsticks, or Zonko's Joke Shop? Honeydews. Right, 3 more to go. And I'll be honest with you, I've not actually read the Harry Potter books in full, so these things are kind of been slightly off mine here. So we'll see
You've
what
seen the
happens.
movies, though, right?
Some of them, not all of them. As Grindelwald, there was Fantastic Beasts on at the moment, or was on one of the channels. The second movie.
Yeah, don't bother with them too.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
Well,
the
I'm
first one
saying
was
that
alright.
Fantastic Beasts was pretty good.
The second one didn't get as good reviews, but
No.
I can maybe understand why to an extent. You need to these sort of movies. You need to have your brain involved if you've got a lot of backstory, and if you don't have your brain involved, you're blind basically. So
Sorry, I'm dying slightly. Carry on.
right, okay. So, what are your thoughts on astrology? Bit of a waste of time, to be honest. I have a much greater appreciation for astronomy. Oh, astrology. Right, sorry. What are your thoughts on astrology? I thought I said something else there. Bit of a waste of time, to be honest. I have a much greater appreciation for astronomy. You'd have to be a genuine idiot to believe that crap. Oh, I love it. It's so fun. And I'm a insert astrological sign here. So that in my case, it'll be Libra.
Pisces.
I think it can be interesting and illuminating to read about it, though you shouldn't let it define you.
What did you say, Arthur?
Aquarius.
Nice.
Literally coming up to. It's actually coming up to Aquarius quite soon.
Well, my sister's born the day after Valentine's, so she's an
My
Aquarian
second
too.
cousin was born on Valentine's.
Well, I was born 3 days before Mum's birthday, so I'm an early birthday present.
I like that.
And
play.
my sister was born the day after Valentine's, so she's a late Valentine's present and also a form of contraception. But that's what my dad says. But there we are.
Oh,
Uh,
I was born in January. I'm a late Christmas present.
You're a late Christmas present, yeah. Are you a Burns Night baby by any chance?
Very close to it, actually. 22nd.
Right. Oh, I see. So you get haggis cake for your birthday, do you?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with haggis cake. I've had it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just. Oh, never mind.
Oh, he's
Right, okay.
backtracking now.
Okay. That question, astrology. You'd have to be a genuine idiot to believe that crap. It makes sense in astronomy terms, because obviously the constellations, but not astrology. Which Muggle invention do you secretly wish you could use? I saw a bit of a Muggle film once. The film seemed wonderful. I'm dying to try social media. Our photos move, but we don't have filters. I wish I could try playing rugby. It looks so fun. I'm a wizard. That's so much better than being a Muggle. Why would I want anything of theirs? Dying to try social media, I think. Born the day the clocks went back.
This is mumbling the same thing.
Okay, Lynn, I'm not going to even comment on that. I'll let the two boys make a comment on that one. There we are. She's just put in the comments. I was born on the day the clocks went back.
Oh, well, losing hour, gaining hour.
And then the last question: after 7 magical years, what was your favourite thing about your time at Hogwarts? The brilliant professors and all I learned from them about magic. The pride I feel on having graduated from one of the greatest schools for magic in the world. The challenges I faced and what it meant for me to conquer them. And the wonderful lifelong friends I made there. Wonderful lifelong friends I made there. Okay, what's it coming out with for me? Gryffindor.
Hey!
Gryffindor. Cool.
Alright, Arthur, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it, Baz.
Right, let me get back into it again.
So you're Gryffindor.
Okay, so let's let this load up. I've had to come out of it and back in again, as always the way. Right. So which house are you definitely not in, Arthur?
I believe we've all got parts of them in just different proportions. That makes sense. That one of the answers? Yep, go for that one.
Everyone has a quality of 4 houses in them. Hey, you're all British. What's your favourite Shakespeare play?
Is Love Labour's one there?
No.
Okay, bad Doctor Who joke. Anyway, Macbeth, sorry.
I doffed my imaginary hat to you, sir.
Yeah.
Macbeth then.
My cap's the other side of the camera. I'm not getting it. But so yeah, Macbeth. You said. Okay.
Yep, go for Macbeth.
Who's your favourite Beatle?
Ringo.
Ringo. Oh yikes! There's a spider in here. No acromantula. Thankfully, just a plain old creepy spider. Please, can you take care of it?
What were the ones for that one again?
Oh, don't worry, it won't hurt us. I wonder how it got inside. Hey, look at that. I'll just take it outside. Why don't you just step on it? Fine, I will. Let's not bother it. We can just move to the other side of the room.
Being honest, I'd probably do the step on it thing.
You nasty Slytherin boy. Right, anyway. Right. Who is your favourite Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher? Professor Lupin, Professor Lockhart, Professor Moody, or Professor Snape?
Snape.
Snape. Okay. Favourite great American novelist? F. Scott Fitzgerald, Mark Twain, John Steinbeck, or Hemingway?
Samuel Longhorn Clemens.
Mark Twain.
Yes.
Yeah, you're trying to trip me up there. I knew who you meant. Right. If you were forced to go to Muggle High School, gross, what would be your favourite class? English, history,
Chemistry.
foreign languages, or chemistry? Chemistry. Okay. Happy Hogsmeade weekend. What are you looking forward to visiting? Shrieking Shack, Honeydukes. Okay.
Yep. Let's go for the sweet shop.
What are your thoughts on astrology? Bit of a waste of time. You'd have to be a genuine idiot to believe that crap. Oh, I love it. It's so fun, and I'm a Pisces or Aquarius as you are. It can be interesting and illuminating to read about it, although it shouldn't let you define you.
That one. Last one. Don't let
Last
it define you.
Okay. And then Muggle invention. Oh, yeah. Which Muggle invention do you secretly wish you could use? A Muggle film once? Trying social media? Playing rugby? Or you're a wizard? So much better than being a Muggle. Why would I want anything of theirs?
Film.
Film. After 7 magical years, what's your favourite thing about your time at Hogwarts? The brilliant professors, the pride I feel in graduated from one of the greatest schools of magic in the world, the challenges I faced and what it meant for me to conquer them, and the wonderful lifelong friends I made there.
Lifelong friends.
Okay. Ooh, let's see. Oh, he's a Ravenclaw.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Ooh. So
Interesting.
Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw.
On the puffs.
What would you do if you came out of Slytherins, Fraser?
I'd hang up and never speak to you again.
You blame Heart Radio for that, not me. Right, anyway. So which house are you definitely not in?
Slytherin.
Yeah, okay.
I bet that automatically puts you in it.
Favourite Shakespeare play?
What are my options?
As You Like It, Hamlet, Henry V, or Macbeth?
Hamlet.
Hamlet.
I like none of them apart from Much Ado.
Who's your favourite Beatle?
That'd be George.
Glad somebody likes him as well as me. There's a spider. What do you do with it?
Stomp.
Stomp on it. Okay. Favourite Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher? Lupin, Lockhart, Moody, or Snape?
Lupin.
Lupin. I wonder why. Snape.
What do you mean?
Snape. Yeah, thank you, Robert. You did a series on werewolves.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Your favourite American novelist? F. Scott Fitzgerald, Samuel Clemens, John Steinbeck, or Hemingway?
Hemingway.
You're forced to go to Muggle High School. What's your subject would be your favourite? English, history, foreign language, or chemistry?
English.
Dumbledore. All right, stop singing it. Neil Shakirka, his video's online somewhere else. Wait till we finish here first, though. Oops, no, broke things up. Okay. Happy Hogsmeade. Which will you be most looking forward to visiting? Shrieking Shack, Honeydukes, Free Broomsticks, or Zonko's Joke Shop?
Joke Shop.
Joke Shop. What are your thoughts on astrology? Waste of time. You'd be genuine idiot to believe that crap. It's so fun, I'm a Pisces, or it can be interesting, illuminating to read about, but it shouldn't let it define you.
The last one.
Interesting. Which Muggle invention do you secretly wish you could use? A Muggle film, social media, rugby, or you're a wizard? Why would I want Muggle things?
Yeah, let's go film.
Film. And after 7 magical years, what was your favourite thing about your time at Hogwarts? Brilliant professors, the pride of feeling of having graduated from one of the greatest schools in the world, challenges I face, and the wonderful lifelong friends I made here.
No, lifelong friends.
Lifelong friends. Okay.
Hey, Robert's Ravenclaw as well. Let's
Yes.
get it in there.
Beg your pardon?
Okay.
That
I
was
seem to be the minority then, because I have got you as a Ravenclaw, Fraser.
Hey, I'll take Ravenclaw.
Yay! 3v1.
To be fair, I would have taken Ravenclaw or Gryffindor. To be fair, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that means me, you, Arthur, me, and you, and Madeline are all Ravenclaws.
Aww.
Ah,
Ah, so she's already done the quiz and found it out, has she, or is she?
well, she's a Harry Potter nerd.
Ah, that's what it will be. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when we did the quiz, we did a pub quiz for the Ghostbusters,
Mhm.
and she did the ancient Greek round and the Harry Potter round
Ah.
because she's a
Ah.
classicist.
Even more interesting.
No, she's a smart ass. Like.
Well, we're all smart asses in some way or another, but
This
I
is
mean,
very true.
yeah.
I didn't think Fraser was included in that one.
Yeah,
What?
the official from the Wizarding World, I'm a Ravenclaw, says Lynn, but I'm not. I don't want to log into the official Wizarding World because I had to set up an account, so I didn't want to do that. So I found something else.
Right, no, go back. What did you say, Arthur?
I said we're all smart in one way or another.
Arthur. Arthur.
I don't know what you're on about.
What did you say?
I said I don't know why you're in that conversation. We're being smart.
Yeah,
Moving on.
He's definitely a smart boy. That's for sure. There we are.
He's a smart
Smart.
writer.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's interesting. Gryffindor. Oh, Kirsty will be happy with that because she's a Gryffindor. She wouldn't let you be any. She wouldn't let be anything else. To be fair, she loves Gryffindor, but she's a Harry Potter nut, so of course she'd love it. Anyway, so yeah, that was an interesting quiz. As I say, I think I was happy with that. I would have been happy Ravenclaw as well, to be fair, but there we are. Why am I getting a response for you saying want us in on Facebook Messenger and 2 hours on my tablet, 2 hours after you first messaged it? I don't get that. That's weird. Never mind. Okay, I hate my tablet sometimes. Right, okay. So, yeah, running order. One more thing. Avengers and Varos Doctor Who review. You will start to see some 2020 reviews come seeping into the Streamstructors because now is obviously a new year, so you'll start to see some of the more recent ones. But I'm going to leave it a couple of months. And the embarrassing one with you and Silver Nemesis is not going to be for a while, I think. But we'll see. So I've not got McCoy one set up, but I have planned out stuff for the early part of the year. The Patreon's still got the voting poll still there if you want to join in. So yeah. Avengers and Varos. Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who. The last video of the day. Yeah.
No, it's just a guess.
Okay, here we go. Hello everybody and welcome to another Doctor Who review. This time I'm doing a story from Colin Baker's era. Yes, I'm doing a review of Vengeance on Varos. Here is my television companion, and of course, as always, here's the plot. The Doctor visits the planet Varos to obtain supplies of a rare ore called Zyton 7, vital to the functioning of the TARDIS. Varos was once a colony for the criminally insane, and the descendants of the original guard still rule, while their poverty-stricken people are kept entertained by screens of public torture from the punishment dome. The governor has been trying to negotiate a better export price for the Zyton ore from Syl, an envoy of the Galatron Mining Corporation, whose reptilian body is supported and kept cool by a mobile water tank.
The Doctor and Peri meet two rebels, John Dar and Aretta. Peri and Aretta are captured and almost reshaped into beast-like creatures by Quilliam, the dome's sadistic commandant. But the Doctor saves them and tells the Governor the true value of Zyton 7. Quilliam and Varos's chief officer, who are in the pay of the corporation, try to kill the Doctor and the Governor, but are themselves dispatched. Syl plans an invasion of Varos by force from his home world, Thoros Beta, but the corporation veto this and instruct him to buy Zyton ore at any price. An interesting story. I've done political parodies as well, and this is the first attempt by writer Philip Martin of a story for the series. He would return the following season with Mind Warp and the return of the repulsive Syl, which I'll get to in a minute. This is the second story in Colin Baker's first full season as the Doctor, and it comes off the back of Attack of the Cybermen. The stories at this point are 45 minutes in length in episodes, 2 episodes here, so it's the same length as a 4-parter but done into 45 minutes, and it's probably one of the better paced stories of that format of the series, of the season even. We'll quickly go into the characters. Of course, the Doctor by this point is now played by Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor. Now, as you may know from a little video I did a few months ago about my favourite Doctors, he's not one of my favourite Doctors, but I do like all the Doctors, and I like aspects of them. And Colin Baker certainly doesn't put a foot wrong with his acting performance through this. It really is a good performance. The character is starting to mellow a little bit as well, becoming more of the hero that we know. And that's always one thing that Colin Baker's Doctor always was good, was being the hero of the piece, and certainly a lot more proactive than Peter Davison's Doctor was, and certainly you can see that here with the way he tries to lead him and John Dar and Aretta and Peri around the dome to try and escape all the punishments and the hallucinations they have. Then you've got Peri herself from Nicola Bryant. Solid performance, although the relationship between her and the Doctor is kind of this argumentative thing is not so bad as it was in Time Lash, or is in Time Lash when that comes up later in the season. It's kind of mellowed a little bit, and there is appreciation between the two of them, and the Doctor really doesn't want Peri to get in trouble and really cares for her. You can see that in this story, but their dynamic's quite good. The best dynamic you see of that is obviously at the beginning when they're arguing in the TARDIS, and she's basically talking about how all the things he's done wrong, and he says, "I never said I was perfect." I love that line. Then we have the best guest villain, and the last, and what people say is the last greatest villain of classic Doctor Who, and that is Syl, played by Nabil Shaban. Now, Nabil Shaban is a disabled actor, so there isn't any tricks to the costume he's in. He is a stunted growth, and the costume he's in makes him look like people that were going at the time, wow, that's an amazing costume, how has he managed to do that? How did he manage to do that trick? I think that's where the water tank comes in, because it gives a kind of, better illusion that this isn't somebody stuck in a water tank. This actually is him sitting on top of it. And it's a brilliant piece of design work that's done on there. You can see it's a little bit rubber, but he puts a brilliant performance in that lizardy, slimy laugh that he does. And I love the fact that he can shout and scream with slightly wrong wording at times. Now, whether that's part of the scripting or whether that's part of Shaban's performance that he put in rehearsals, I don't know. But it's certainly the way they play on the fact it's a translator that's causing this issue is quite a good little nod, really, to the fact that obviously he's quite alien. He does come across quite an alien role, quite scheming, but he is slightly ineffectual at times with some of his ideas. He loves his sadism. He's quite sadistic, and I think it's one of the few times that you see in the series, the classic series, that the villain actually doesn't like and doesn't think that the companion's that pretty until she gets turned more or less into a bird person or a lizard, or lizard type as Aretta does. It's just really interesting, his point of view, and it's really quite an alien character, and I can see why he's such a great character. And it'd be lovely to see Nabil back as Syl at some point in the new series. He's still going strong. It'd be good to see if he could come back, because he's done a couple of audio plays, and I've heard that he's quite good, although I've not listened to them myself personally yet, and that's one thing I will have to get going. But then again, I've got 250 odd stories of Doctor Who to go through first, television to review before I go to Big Finish, which is about the same. Then we go on to the Chief Officer, Forbes Collins, a very slimy character. You know, he's working for the corporation. He's obviously getting bungs from the corporation to try and get the Zyton ore extortionately priced. And he's okay character. He's a nice bridge between Martin Jarvis's governor, which we'll come to in a minute, and Sill's slimy, Nabil Shaban's slimy Sill. And speaking of the governor, we have Martin Jarvis's last appearance in Doctor Who so far. He made 3 appearances in the series. This is his last one. His first one was in the Web Planet, if I remember correctly, and then he made appearance later on Invasion of the Dinosaurs. This is his most central role he's played. He is obviously a well-known actor by this point, so he plays the role of the governor. And he's basically a politician stuck in what he stuck with the surroundings and the rules that he's binded to. One of the more interesting bits of the story is the fact that you've got this whole thing about the residents of Varos watching reality TV of torture, which is obviously 15 years ahead of its time. Big Brother didn't really kick in until 2000, so this is 1985. So it's a nice, interesting extreme of what reality TV could be if it goes to the extremes in regards to pain and hurt and torture, which, you know, could happen. But I think you know, it's something that certainly would be a parable that was concerned for about 10 years ago. Now, maybe not. I don't. You know, reality TV's kind of changed the way it's doing things. It's petering out a little bit in regards to how it works in regards to the torture side, but the psychological side, maybe. I think Love Island's kind of showing that more recently. And yes, this review is going to date and also be geographically specific. But in regards to that, you've got a way of showing a different point of view of the action that's going on through Arak and Etta, who are the couple that are living in the normal Varos camps. Probably, it looks like a converted prison cell, if I'm honest with you. But, you know, they're watching and they're voting for different things, and it's very, very akin to what you got in modern reality shows now. They do some, you know, there's stars or celebrities or people on camera that do something, and then the audience votes for it. It's a nice little parable. Them two work because Etta is very for the government, and Arak is very fed up with it. So it's kind of a nice little parable there. And the fact that the two of them at the end, when they're given the freedom, are going, what do we do? I don't know. You know, because they've been so subjugated for this time. It's really interesting seeing that. And it's a lovely dynamic. Then we have the other 3 guest stars we've got down here. We have Aretta, played by Geraldine Alexander. She is the wife of John Dar, played by Jason Connery, and I'll get to him in a moment. But you know, she's basically a friend for Perry. Well, maybe not a friend, but a companion for Perry in this part, because they tend to have a lot of scenes together. So the character of Aretta is function to plot, really. She's not really to have a big thing on it. Then you've got John Dar, played by Jason Connery, and the first scene he's in, he's being tortured with his topless. So he's trying to play on his father's well-known, because his father is Sean Connery, of course. I think he's got, oh yeah, let's get a role in. I don't know whether it's written or whether it's the way he's betraying it, but the fact he's being tortured topless and showing his buff body and all that, decent act, but at the end of the day, he is virtually a plot device. He doesn't really revolve around the main characters that much. He's a rebel. He needs to be crushed, and he's a catalyst for some of the adventure they go on, but not really a big thing. Back, Owen Teale gives episode throwaway, but Quilliam is the last big character. Played quite well by Nicholas Chargin, actually. This whole fact of the you know, scarred from his own experiments and the sadistic nature he has about the way the punishment dome works, and how he does the programming and all the different torture devices they've used. He plays a good, solid performance. In regards to the plot, obviously I've touched already about the fact it's a parody of reality TV nowadays, if you watched it now. But there's also the fact of oppression and trading, and how the fact that, you know, it could be a parable to an extent as well of some of the trading practices of some of the, sort of nowadays as well with some countries in the world. There are countries that are, have had years of being extortionate, had extortion to them and prices being lower for commodities than they need to and all that. And all right, you don't get starvation because obviously Varos is a mining colony, but there's an interesting side to it that you can see in the real world at the moment in regards to the way everything works. But the story plots along. Various aspects of torture. There's two things I do have to broach here. The famous acid scene that everybody knows about here. Yes, the Doctor does not push either of the guards in. One of the guards falls into the acid bath, and the other one then pulls his colleague in. The Doctor has nothing about it. He doesn't push him in, and that's a misconception, a myth that's grown up through the story that the Sixth Doctor had a lot of violence, and it's true, there is a bit of violence in here, and obviously the subject matter kind of lends to that, and it is a more violent era at this point, but the Doctor didn't push him in, the Doctor didn't do anything like that. I mean, the most violent the Doctor gets is he shoots control panel for the transmogrification device that Peri and Aretta are undergoing, where Peri's turning into a bird woman and Aretta's turning into a lizard woman. That's the most violence the Doctor does. The rest of the time, he's using his brains. He's running around corridors. He's trying to solve a mystery, and and he's trying to escape from fanaticals, but still trying solve the problem at the end of the day. So he's not doing anything that's violent, really, in that respect. And people think that the Sixth Doctor's a violent Doctor because of a certain strangling scene in his very first story, but he's not. He's actually he's not far off. He's got very much Hartnell vibes, the way he works. He's just a younger version, really, in some respects, and Colin Baker doesn't put a foot wrong. There is one aspect of the action side that Colin Baker at times seems to embrace better than Peter Davison did, and that's the bits where he's in the corridor, which is hallucinating about a desert, and the bits where he's actually acting like he's feigning he's in heat. And he's going to collapse, and that effect is actually quite good. I did like that effect, and some of the others are pretty decent as well, but that's probably the best effect of the lot that was used, and Ron Jones' direction in that is actually pretty solid. When it comes to the music, we've got the music by Jonathan Gibbs, and it's not really a suite of music, it's really just atmospheric, it's underlying and giving points to various aspects. It's not being used as a undergoing track that you get with some of the other stories of that season, because you get a lot of it in the Two Doctors, you get a lot of it in Revelation of the Daleks, you get a bit of Attack of Cybermen, in this one Jonathan Gibbs has just given a very basic undertone and helping punctuate some of the aspects of the story. And I talked about the direction. It's all studio based. It's all multi-camera. The visual effects for what they're doing, they're fine. The direction, it's pretty standard. There's not really any major, big camera shots or anything like that. It is a pretty standard fare the way it's directed, but it goes along at a pace. You're never really bored. There's not really bad aspects to it in regards to pacing. It goes along at a good pace, and it's one of the better paced stories of series 22 or season 22, because some of them there's a lot of filler. This one doesn't seem to have as much. There's a lot of corridor scenes, but the pacing's still there. I think having different technology, because they have a buggy they go along in some parts of it when they're escaping, that some of the guards have, and they use that buggy, that helps because it helps break up the type of runaway that they're doing. So there is a little bit of adventure there in regards to the corridors, but there's a lot of corridor running. You can't deny that. But the angles are pretty standard. There's not really much imagination. It is basically filmed like a basic multi-camera drama of the time. There's not really anything amazing on it, but it's a good job. The lighting's decent enough. It's not overlit like some other stories are later in the season. One story in particular, I won't go any further. But in overall, no, it's decent fare. A decent story, but it's not, it's one of the stronger ones of that season. But Philip Martin has done a good job with the story. It's nicely written. I think the direction kind of lets it down a little bit because it is pretty standard what Ron Jones has done with it. He's not really been imaginative. And when we're starting to see things that Graham Harper does in this era in regards to imaginative direction, it does kind of make you think, well, hang on a minute, it's not really, it's standard fare. It really isn't really anything different. And it's studio bound as well, so it's got those limitations too. Overall, I do enjoy the story. Of the TARDIS is out of 5. Well, it's not. It's not 4.5 territory. Definitely isn't. And I was going to be nasty and think it was 3, but it's not the worst of Colin Baker's era. And certainly there's stories in Colin Baker's era that could be 1 or even 2 when I get to them. But this one is okay. It's an okay story, and I will give it 3.5 TARDISes out of 5. Okay, that's it. That's another review done. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share and like this video if you like what you see. And don't forget to check out the playlist of all the other reviews I've done so far. And tell me what you think. If you like these videos at 4 PM GMT, and while Doctor Who Series 11 is on, I will be releasing a video every Monday. A first impressions video of my first impression, my first reaction of Doctor Who that was played the day before. Usually the time is going to be 4 PM GMT. There may be a couple of weeks coming up where that may be a little bit later it gets released, but we'll be on the Monday. Stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on the channel. I'll let you know in videos going forward. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Next week is a little walk and talk. I've got a wee channel update coming up. Kidstructor will be back next month. So I hope to join you then.
I think we might have lost some of the connection. Oh, it's back now. There we are. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I thought I'd lost you guys
How
as well for a
dare
minute.
you bash Time Lash? That's a classic.
I'm sorry, I'm not a great fan of Time Lash.
Time Lash is the single greatest First Doctor episode story you'll ever see.
First Doctor story? It's not First Doctor.
I'm thinking of Twin Dilemma.
Yeah, I was just about to say you're bashing the wrong one there, but there we are.
Sorry.
But yeah.
Sorry.
So Robert's asked the question, and I think we all know the answer to this one. Do you plan to record more Kidstructors, Barry?
No.
Well, not with you possibly, but yeah, no.
Falling off.
Boy off indeed. No. Yes is the answer to that. Definitely want to do more. I want to do another. Sorry, I'm sorry. You're breaking up, Fraser. Say that again.
Demon Headmaster.
That's one of them. Yes, there's other suggestions as well. As I said, I think it was last month. I said I created a list of different Kidstructors. I had about 100 already. I then found another 150. So yeah, it's got legs.
On yet?
Sorry.
I don't think you're back on yet.
I am. You just can't hear me.
No, I can't see you.
Yeah, that's because the logo was on. It's all been audio for the past 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. If he doesn't, then I'm off, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for that with me. I think it is.
What do
yes.
you want to watch, Arthur?
Sorry?
What kids' TV show do you want to watch and react to?
I don't know.
That was a great.
Visionaries would be a good one.
What?
Visionaries would be good, yeah.
Vision what?
Visionaries.
Visionaries. Ooh,
Yeah, do you remember it?
No.
Oh, Visionaries was amazing. I would like to watch Jace and the Weird Warriors.
That's a good one.
Visionaries.
What else?
I think
Danger Mouse. Have you done that one yet?
What, Danger Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have. It's a classic. Super
One
Ted.
of my first ones I did.
We did.
I'm assuming you've done that one as well.
Didn't catch that. Sorry.
We did Super Ted.
Yeah, we did Super Ted. That was one of the first ones that we did. Thrown away like a piece of rubbish. Yeah. So Demon Headmaster is definitely one we want to look at soon, because I know that's one that Seamus has suggested as well.
Oh,
So.
Jamie has a new name, by the way.
Oh God, what now?
Well, you know how he introduces himself as Jamie or Seamus?
Yeah.
Well, decided we're calling him Jameis.
Jameis. Well, yeah. I do say, and with me, I've got insert name here because he keeps changing it. So.
So yeah, we'll call him Jameis.
Fair enough.
And I might change my last name.
What is it this time? Lynn says. Oh well, I'll go over the schedule a little bit in a second because there's actually 3 Oh, we're talking about Jamie, right? Yeah, no, sorry. I thought she was talking about Kidstructors there. No, what's Jamie's name this time? It's Jameis. Yeah, Jameis.
Jaemus.
Oh,
I struggle to spell Seamus. Never mind putting Jameis on. For goodness sake.
Yes, we do know you struggle to spell Seamus.
It's that thing above the E that gets me because I can never remember the key to do it. That's what mucks it up for me.
The accent.
The accent, yeah. The thing above the E, that'll do. I don't know those things. I don't know foreign languages.
Accente. Did anyone else take the Harry Potter quiz?
Well, I know Robert did it. I know that us three did it. So, and I know Lynn did it. So,
I just wondered.
it's Ravenclaw 4, Gryffindor 1.
Oh,
I'm the Gryffindor.
not
is
something
fair
you
enough.
can say every day. I'm
Well, it's
looking
not-
at the photo of me with that T-shirt, thinking I don't have that T-shirt anymore.
it's traveled
Well-
the ether.
I only put that picture on because you asked me to last time.
Yeah, no, I like it. Just like, oh yeah, that T-shirt's not in my possession anymore. But yeah, it's a nice T-shirt.
Yeah, because he was complaining about his old one. His old, actually very similar. Oh no, wasn't it? It was the film theatre one that you had going, wasn't it?
Loved the film theatre one. I looked really good in that one. But
So
to be
hang
fair,
on, that's a Ghostbusters of Glasgow t-shirt. So sure you'll be able to get another one at some point.
yeah, if we buy it, yeah, no, I'm sure it will come back to me like a fine boomerang. Just not in my possession at the moment.
Well, considering I bought about 3 Glasgow Doctor Who Society pins, to be fair, I've given both the other 2 away to Doctor Who Illuminary, so I can't complain.
Did anyone enjoy Revolution of the Daleks?
I loved it actually. It was
I haven't watched it yet.
I think well, I wouldn't say loved it, but I enjoyed it. It was a bit slow to start with. But it went through. It went for quite a good pace, and I like the fact they broached the Timeless Child arc and didn't just ignore it.
I will need to rewatch it on my own
Fair enough.
because at the moment I didn't enjoy it.
Doctor Who fan not enjoying Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Who are you?
You don't have to like everyone.
I'm just kidding.
As long as he's not messaging Stephen Moffat about how crap this new plotline is and getting burned back by Stephen Moffat, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's true.
Dear Russell T Davis, I really don't like this new plot. Don't care. I didn't like Jack's exit from the story. I thought it was weak.
It may have been weak, but it's a nice way of.
Yeah, but it didn't be done for a voicemail, did it?
Fair enough.
You're in it.
Captain Jack's in it.
Is this the tie-in with the previous episode that he was in?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Because
not.
well, he was hijacking the ship when we last saw him.
Yeah.
And he alluded to it in the episode, and this is the only spoiler I'll give of it. He alluded to in the episode he was doing all these crimes so he could get in the same prison as the Doctor, because he realised the
No.
Doctor was in trouble.
All right.
That does tie in, right? Cool.
It does tie in, yes.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Finish the
Well,
stream
once you
tonight.
have watched it, you can watch my first impressions, which was up yesterday. Hint, hint. But there we are. It's not.
How many did you up to in that one?
21. So it's not exploded like Spyfall Part 1 did last year. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I'm happy with that.
That was mental what happened for that one.
It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was the longest. What's your thoughts on the announcement after the episode? I've no problem with John Bishop, to be fair, Lynn.
Wait until I see him in the role before I make any judgments.
But we all had that reservation with Catherine Tate. We had that reservation with Bradley Walsh. Look what's
Yes,
happened.
Pointed out, Catherine Tate was on the rise of her success. She was riding that wave of success, but John Bishop hasn't.
Hmm.
I worry that they're just replacing Bradley Walsh with John Bishop.
Maybe they are, but we'll see. He may come out of it well. We'll need to wait and see.
Here's what my
But we'll take it from there. But yeah, going back to the view from last year with the Streamstructor, with the first impression for that Skyfall video, it had a knock-on effect for a couple of the others, and Fugitive of Doom was about half the strength.
nice.
But But yeah, no, it's not been not been as good this year. And to be fair, I'm not too worried. It's still within my 10% range I like to have. 10%
Mhm.
subscriber base watching it within a week. It's still within that range, and that's a success for me. And that's how I always see it. The biggest, the most speaking about views and everything last year, the most viewed was Zap of the videos from last year, which Lynn will be happy about. Fraser isn't, because you don't like you didn't think that was a very good one, but that was the most popular video last year on the channel.
What one?
Zap.
No, I hate Zap.
Yeah,
I liked that when I was younger.
yeah. The most viewed Kidstructor is Postman Pat, followed very closely behind by Fireman Sam. They're both approaching 1,000 views now, so
Nice.
they're looking good. But that's the thing with the channel and all the weekly videos I've done. There's some things that sit there and get naff all views for months, and then all of a sudden consistent views daily,
And it'll explode.
and they build up. It's just the nature of the beast, and that's the perseverance, I suppose, of having it 5 years on. Wow, can't believe we've done that now.
I got an email in yesterday from YouTube to say I hit 500 subscribers.
Well done.
I'm very happy about that because I don't tend to put things up in my filmmaker.
Age.
But you have a lot. But you have a lot of comments, though. You have a lot. You have a lot of people and contacts and things like that. And I'm starting from a smaller base. So, but I don't do it. I don't do it for the views. I do it for the enjoyment.
Well, yeah, I'm not. This isn't me trying to compete with you. I just thought it was interesting that I hit 500.
No, but as I say, you've got more of a profile out there than I do. So that's only fair.
Yeah. I was just chuffed.
Yeah, no, it's a great achievement, mate. And I've said in videos before, a couple of thousand will do me at the end of the day. I'm
I
not
do
picky.
apologise. 502 apparently.
Well, even better. Well done. No,
What?
no sarcasm there at all. I'm really pleased. I'm really actually happy for you. You've got that already.
I think I know what did it. It was that music video we did
Yeah.
for the Lazarites. I think that's what tipped it.
Well, you'll be able to see that because you'll be able to trace it through the subscribers in a couple of days in the analytics.
Ooh.
You'll be able to look at the analytics and you'll be able to see where they've come from and whether people are subscribed against it.
Okay.
So you'll be able to see that in a couple of days, whether that's true or not. So keep an eye on that, because that's how I know where most of my views come from in regards to videos, and it tends to be the Kidstructors and this that tend to get the subscribers.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling through my videos because I'm
Mhm.
curious. Like some videos 12 views, like 5 views, and then one of them 9.2 thousand.
What the?
Well,
What's that?
there's still
That's-
the biggest sore point for me. My sister posted up a video of Mr. Jolly Roll Up and Ride and Rosie, a video that she found it somewhere and she uploaded it on her channel. It's got 250,000 views,
Nice.
and I been doing regular live streams for regular videos for 5 years, weekly videos for 5 years. I've not even reached 200,000 views for the whole channel, and I've got 350 videos. She does it with one. It's just
The
It's just-
pilot episode
it's
of
the way it is.
Bloodline, 6.5 thousand views.
cool.
Bloody hell. Sophie Aldred interview, 923.
That's not bad. Is that the Cops and Monsters Sophie Aldred interview?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I love Sophie.
That's brilliant.
I'm
Oh,
just
speaking of
curious-
Sophie's, I came across Sophie Hopkins' Instagram and I was scrolling through it. And guess who
Uh-huh.
left a comment saying he'd be dressed as a Ghostbuster on the 18th of February last year?
Arthur?
No, you.
Was it you, Arthur?
No, it was you.
Oh,
I think it was Arthur. My money's on Arthur.
lies. It's all lies.
Lies?
But yeah, no, I mean, views are never a thing for me. As I say, I've got a 10% rule. As long as it's within 5 to 10% of what has been put
I'm
out.
just curious to see
happy
what
with that.
lands. Like,
Sorry?
I'm just curious to see what lands.
What?
You know what people like. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it's always the thing. I mean, there's ones I've posted that I knew would sleep initially and grow. My list videos and 6 facts tend to do that at times. The Mary Queen of Scots one started off very slowly. It's now 1,200 views. And that's 2 years old. That's just over 2 years old. So it happens. You know? It happens.
Interesting.
But yeah, we're talking about stats and boring everybody else. The concurrent viewership's gone down to 3 now, so we must be boring people. But apart from that, but yeah, I mean, with the Doctor Who reviews, you nail on the head 3.5. That tends to be my average, as you know, because you deliberately put No, I was actually nastier on Silver Nemesis, wasn't I? I said 3 out of 5, and you said, "Oh, I'll just add 1 on whatever, 1 on top of it." So you went to 4 TARDISes out of 5.
I was like, I bet it's 3.5.
Well, that is the one that comes up the most often. So yes. But then again, the whole stats are there on every new video, so you'll probably see it anyway. You probably know, to be fair. Now, Robert asked the question. Robert asked the question about what are we doing new Kidstructors? Answers yes, and I want to do them with peoples, including Robert, including Arthur, including Fraser, including Lynn to an extent. And because we're going to be in lockdown, it will be all Zoom based, but I think that'll be fine actually. I think the Raptormon one actually worked quite well as a Zoom.
Yeah, it did.
Even though I had issues with the sharing of the video. So he was out of sync because we tried to time it the right way, and of course, even if he played at the exact same time as me, it would come out with that delay anyway. But it wasn't too bad. That's a weird series round the twist.
It was.
Ooh, I like that. There was 4 seasons of that.
There was 4 seasons of that. But Linda Twist, Lady Godiva, never look at that up on Facebook or YouTube. Oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah, I think I've watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So it's weird to think that that's Australian or New Zealand.
It's Australian, yeah.
Yeah,
It's Australia.
Australian. By the way, I knew it was London too.
But yeah, so Kidstructors galore this year. The intention is to do 10 of them, possibly,
Nice.
potentially.
Nice.
Maybe less, maybe more. I don't know yet. It depends on other themes and series. I want to do Kids Quizstructor this year, which is I want to do 3
Yes,
of
we've
them.
only done a pilot.
We've done the pilot, which worked quite well, and that will be done via Zoom, I think. But don't want just be you. I'd like to have other people as well involved in that. Otherwise, it's turning out to be the Fraser and Barry reaction show.
With special guest Arthur.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that myself.
But yeah, there's a bit of chat about that sort of things I want to do after we finish this anyway, because I want to plan and start maybe making arrangements for that the next couple of weeks and get something down. And get some stuff banked in, so I'm actually working ahead. Because as I say, I've actually managed to get everything for this month done, so I want to start in February as soon as possible. So I'm ahead. So I'm a few months ahead, because one of my New Year's resolutions probably will dig into my weekend time. So I want to make sure I'm actually in a position where it's still regular. So I'm trying to work ahead as much as possible early in the year, and hopefully it works. But yes, what's that? 2 hours and 25 minutes. Yeah, we've done blooming well. Well, considering half an hour that was me pouring my heart out in a vlog, and all the technical issues we usually have, you know. You were never a fan of Round the Twist, Robert. Yeah, well, I can understand that, and my cousin loved it. I never understood it at the time. Don't really understand it now, but that's a different matter. But it's just one of those. It's just one of those series that I don't really pick up on. And there's a lot of the Kidstructors I've got on my list here, which I've barely seen or have heard of. So it'll be nice to react to them. It's getting to the stage now where some of the stuff I've not seen, so I don't know. So I'm reacting to it as much as anything else, which is brilliant. But yeah, there's a lot of fun. I think we're going to have in the next couple of months recording stuff and getting things prepared. But there's a lot of plans in place. As I say, we've got six facts this year coming out. Kidstructors will continue. Quizstructors hopefully will be done. We'll have a Streamstructor every month. I have enough vlogs to keep me through till August if nothing happens and able to get out anywhere, so I'm fine there. I don't have the same problems last year, thank goodness, because that was horrible. And then Doctor Who reviews, all sorted. So yeah, the plans are quite into fruition there, and I hope you guys all join me on that journey and various things as time goes on. But I think we should maybe start to wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm actually quite surprised I've managed to last this long, because I actually had the beginnings of migraine earlier on, and I thought I was going to be absolutely nauseous this evening, but nauseous? That's something else. Nauseous. But
There's notches.
But I think it's heater related as well at this time of night because the heating was on earlier on and the window's been open since
Right, okay.
mid-afternoon. So, well, it was funny though. I went for a walk earlier on and the headache was actually getting worse the closer I got to the house, and it's freezing out there. So, obviously it was something more than just dehydration, I think, at that point. But I've recovered now, so I'm back to my fine fettle or fine-ish fettle, whatever you like to call it. But yeah, that's it for now. I've got that cam thing wrong again. Right, there we are. Right, that's what I was trying to get up. Right, okay. So yes, thanks guys for watching as always. If you like what you see, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag teamstructor, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you know when a new video comes out. General rule is a video every Sunday at 4 p.m. GMT, which is currently 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Fraser, just for your Oh, I'm sorry. There was the couple of times it's come up in conversation in the kids' doctors I've just edited, so I thought I'd just relay that back again. Rub salt into the wound a little bit, but there we are. And Streamstructor next month at 7 p.m. GMT, and it'll be the 7th of February. So yeah, that'll be an interesting Streamstructor, hopefully. But thank you, Arthur.
Indeed, thank you for having me on again.
Yes, you're very welcome. Thank you, Lynn and Robert, for joining in as always. Thank you, Andrew, for joining in at some point in the past as well. And yes, thank you very much, Fraser. Best till last.
You are welcome. Always a chore, never a pleasure.
Yeah, that's always the way, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and well, thank you guys for joining in, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Wednesday at 6 p.m. GMT will be the vlog for the resolutions of 2021, and there's 3 Kidstructors starting on Sunday next week. First one on the 10th will be Charlie's Climbing Tree. Then it's followed up the following weekend on the 17th with Chorlton and the Wheelies, and then after that, it's 24th will be Jamie and the Magic Torch, and you see Seamus's torch as well. And then we got the 6 packs of Bank for Christie.
Right, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I haven't blanked it out. Right, okay. So I'm sorry, Mucky Mind's coming in again. There we go. Right, okay, guys. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Get this playing would help.
Hey.